Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. And it's Wednesday, so you know what that means, folks. It means another AEW Dynamite live stream. It's going to be a fun one here tonight, so make sure you get in that chat. Click all those buttons. It's the go home show for Double or Nothing. We're going to find out what we have, and it's Daniel Bryan's birthday, and for his birthday, he gets a giant. So we're going to talk all about it. It's going to be a fun one. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. We are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there. And we have the go home show for AEW Double or Nothing live this Sunday. We will be here for it. 6:30 p.m. Eastern is when we kick off our show. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Lots going on at jam-packed Dynamite. But like I said, get in that chat. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing well. You're ready to go. We're going to talk all about it. Plus, we got a little bit of caveat as far as the Uncle Howdy saga continues. He took over WhatsApp. We've seen him on Twitch. He's going back to Twitch tomorrow. We will be here live for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots to talk about. Lots of things to get into tonight as we figure out what will lead into it. Double or Nothing this weekend. Sorry, I was just pulling up the card really quick. I see that chat filling up. Don't be shy. Don't be quiet. Click the buttons. Click that thumb. Give the algorithm some love. Don't forget those little reaction buttons. We want to see them on and popping. I want to see triple digits in the chat tonight. But we are about just under 15 minutes before the start of the show. So we got some things to talk about. We're going to get into it all tonight. I'm going to really quickly pull up the card. But before I do that, I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and it's a pleasure to be with you again. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is well. Like I said, happy, healthy, and safe. I hope you're ready for the show. I hope you're ready to talk some wrestling. And yeah, get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. If you're new here, click that subscribe. Be a part of all the fun. But crazy week in wrestling. We already had some news today. WWE had everybody scouring onto WhatsApp. If anybody even knew they had a WhatsApp account, but Uncle Howdy out there dropping pictures for everybody to talk about. But before we talk about that, and we'll get into all of it, it's going to be fun. Tonight, Swerve taking on Nick Wayne. I like it. We're building up the Swerve Christian Cage story. I don't know how people feel about the match that we're going to get on Sunday. But either way, it should be interesting. Swerve taking on Nick Wayne. This should be a very quick match, though I doubt it will be. Orange Cassidy going to team up with Will Ospreay, taking on Trent and Roderick, their opponents on Sunday. Takeshita's got a random match against Matt Sydal, not sure why. Toni Storm's going to team up with her buddy Mariah to take on the Outcasts, and we'll see how that goes. Kyle O'Reilly, Malakai Black, we understand why that's happening, as Kyle O'Reilly's been working with Adam Copeland, being his friend, helping him out against the House of Black. So this will be very interesting. Then we have the most anticipated Eliminator match ever, as Shibata, Hook, and Bryan Keith will try to become the #1 contender for Chris Jericho, the Learning Trees FTW Championship, which, yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, the birthday boy, Bryan Danielson, is getting a giant in Satnam Singh for his birthday. So we're going to talk about that tonight. We got a lot to get into. And you know what? I'm not even going to waste any time tonight. Usually we go on a little bit of a preamble, and then we say hello to the people. I'm not going to waste the time. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then we're going to talk some stuff. I got some things on my mind. So we're going to get into that real quick. I ain't going to waste any time. But what happened to Battle of the Belts? Good to see you, Roman. I have no idea. It's coming around. I don't know. Larry Mack, good to see you. Welcome back. Rocco, good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Young Bucks are EVPs, so they have the power to make matches. So they put Omos 2.0 versus Danielson to weaken him for the match on Sunday. If that's the case, lazy booking. Well, I believe that kind of might be the case, but it's silly booking. There's a lot better athletes. There's a lot better wrestlers. There's people that have been booked better, people that have been more prominent, more noticeable, more important to this show that could definitely have been booked in this spot. I don't even know how this match is going to look. I don't know how it's going to work out. Is Danielson going to tap out the Giant? I don't know. I do remember once upon a time where Jinder Mahal was booked in a match with Seth Rollins, and a lot of people freaked out. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I can't believe this is happening. I kind of feel the same about this one. I really do. I kind of feel the same. Like, why does Satnam Singh get to wrestle one of the best wrestlers in the world, one of the best wrestlers in this company, arguably maybe the best one? We don't know, or second best maybe. But yeah, it's a random booking. I don't love it. But as always on a Wednesday, we start the show with hope. We start the show with optimism. We start the show in a good mood. We're ready to go. It's going to be a good Dynamite, folks. Positivity breeds positivity. So everybody put on your happy thoughts, and we'll do a little happy dance as this show goes along. So let's stay focused. Let's be on the positive side. But again, we'll see what happens. Damien, good to see you as always. The Von Erichs want to sign with AEW or WWE very soon. Very interesting. Von Erichs have been kicking around for a long time, doing a lot of work out in, I believe it's Hawaii. But yeah, well, that'll be interesting. Anna, welcome back. Are you excited for the go home show for AEW Double or Nothing this Saturday? I'm always excited for a wrestling show. Again, interesting booking, interesting situation. I do like some of the matches because it does have ramifications for the weekend. So we will see how that works out. Again, I don't mind Nick Wayne having a match with Swerve because it makes sense as far as the story they're trying to tell. I'll go with it. I don't think it should be a highly competitive match, but it probably will be a little more competitive than I care for. Beyond that, yeah, like this whole thing with the Toni Storm match, Toni Storm, you would think that Toni Storm was defending her belt against somebody in the Outcasts, not Serena Deeb. Little confusing on how that booking's been working out. I know John Moxley's going to be in the building tonight. See if that means anything, as he'll have a Eliminator match at the pay-per-view. Don't love it, really don't. But there's a chance he loses that match. So very intriguing. We will be here tomorrow to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, very interesting. Steven Sting's son is training. I saw this story going around. Apparently, because he found out there's a money mark that will pay him money to just be Sting's son. So yeah, I'd start training too. Double or Nothing Sunday. Good to see RM girl. Welcome back. Odds, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Anna, see you in 10 hours. See you in 9 hours. Time's a ticking real fast. I believe those are minutes. Yeah. See money. Welcome back, sir. Hope you are well. How about let's go? Always let's go, Odds. Good to see you. I just thought about this. All Gunther's wins in this tournament so far have been by submission or pass out. Yeah. I mean, that's the amazing thing about Gunther is he is the ring general. He is a beast. He is a monster. He'll beat you in multiple ways. He'll beat you down before he beats you. So yeah, I got no problem with him, keeping it, mixing it up, winning with submissions, winning with pins. I don't care. It's Gunther. He's probably going to win at the end of the day. Eric Tate, welcome back. Denisha, welcome back. Chris Arcane, good to see you. TJ Johnson, always a pleasure. It's the Go Home Show. That's right, Roman. Welcome back. Bonkers, always a pleasure. Why are we getting Satnam Singh and Danielson? I don't know. Complete style clash, complete out of left field. Satnam, to me, doesn't deserve a match against Bryan. This is probably going to be a longer match. If it's the main event tonight, a lot of people are going to tune out. I know you'll see a drop-off in the ratings. By the way, Collision, ouch, 500 and something. NXT did not bad this week, even though I didn't like the show last night. Did 627, I think. Last week's Dynamite did 697. I mean, they're getting in the ballpark. Like, Dynamite right now is competing with NXT as far as numbers go, not the other two shows. It's a little disappointing. Steve G, KJ, what pay-per-view will be better this weekend? Whew, I don't know. I mean, that on the spot, again, it all depends on your flavor. I think this one's a tough one in the sense that the King and Queen of the Ring has a lot of intrigue to it. I'm very excited about how that tournament plays out. Are we going to get Uncle Howdy? The match with Logan and Cody probably going to surprise us. I think from start to finish, the better overall show is probably going to be Saturday's show, but Dynamite's got a fighting chance. There's a lot of interesting matchups. A lot of good booking could happen. A lot of surprises could come out of Sunday. They're neck and neck on this one. It's not like Double or Nothing's going up against one of the bigger shows. So, I mean, it's got a fighting chance. It's got a fighting chance. May I give my idea for a fresh WWE game? Byron, do you? Anytime you want. Good to see you. Keyshawn, welcome back. Easy Bake, always a pleasure. I feel Hangman shows up. It's funny because me and Big Nick were talking about this last night or today. Definitely feel like Hangman's going to get involved in Anarchy in the Arena. I don't want to spoil our preview show tomorrow, so I won't tell you what he's thinking. I'm thinking that Hangman Page shows up and helps the Elite. That, you know, they made amends, they unsuspended him, and he's going to come back to help them. I could be wrong. He could be showing up to help Team AEW, but I just got this funny feeling, and I actually think Page works better as a heel, you know, as like a sniveling brat, because he kind of is one. So I do feel that Hangman will be there on the weekend. We will see. I'm excited. Great, Keyshawn. What's up, Bashay? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Richard Jr., as always. Alexis. Richard Martinez. What do you got for me? As we are about 3 minutes away from the start of the show, folks. Get in that chat. Make sure you hit all the buttons and be a friend. Tell a friend. Take this link, drop it, share it with your friends. Anywhere you talk wrestling, let them know. I want to see triple digits as we climb closer and closer to my goal. Get in there. I want to see that number climb all night long. Has the OC Trent feud been a letdown? I feel like it came too late, and OC has been overexposed as a wrestler. His matches start to feel the same now, and his lack of promo skills hurts the build. Yes and no. Trent probably should have turned a year earlier than he did. I think OC can wrestle. I like it, OC's wrestling, but I agree with you a little bit. A little formulaic, a little repetitive. We've seen it. We know the gimmick with the hands in the pocket. Again, Toni, one of Tony's weaknesses as a booker is building his feuds. This one was an easy one to build, but then you had like a parking lot brawl with Muffin Top Taylor. You had side things going on. It lacked intensity. There should have been a heated back and forth between these guys. And I don't mean verbally, like there was other ways around that kind of led us into this, because I felt like after 5 years or 4+ years, if you break up after that long, it should mean something. After 4 years plus, and you just walk away, it's too simple, too easy of like, oh, I guess we fight now. It should have been intense. The fans should have been, you know, it should have been like that DIY moment of like where Ciampa, you know, throws Johnny Gargano into the wall and everyone's shocked and heartbroken that this group that they cared so much about has now been blown up. I feel like it's lacked that give a shit. And again, when you are okay at putting just random people in the ring and getting a good match, great. But here's a good example of two people that you've had in your company for multiple years as a group. They fall apart, and it felt like it kind of went out with a whimper. Steve G, let's have an Abaddon sighting tonight. I wouldn't hold your breath, Steve. I would not hold your breath. It's not Halloween. We save Abaddon for Halloween. It's just how we roll. Scott jumping the line with a super chat. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Just saying hi before the Timberwolves game tonight. I'm so excited. Go T-Wolves. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. Remember, folks, we try and click on 100% of the chat messages. If you want to guarantee you get clicked, super chat, super stickers, membership, all the above, stand out in the crowd. I promise I will click them all. as I am getting the warning for the start of the show. What kicks off the show tonight? Are we starting it with a promo? Are we starting it right into a match? Right on. Are we going to kick it off with the birthday boy? Oh, we are getting a Mad Max-esque. Okay. Okay, we are starting off with a Mad Max tribute opening. Thank you, Warner Brothers. Interesting. The card does not excite me. What one? Tonight's card, Sunday's card, what? Let me know. Context is king. But we are just under that 100, so get us in there, folks. As we are kicking off Dynamite, going to be here all night, all your reaction to all the action. And we got Jane. So that means Orange Cassidy opening the show, starting the show with a tag team match tonight. Very interesting. Again, I don't know. Go home show. I kind of want something else to kick off the show. How many shows? If anyone out there can figure this out for me, I would love to know how many shows has Orange Cassidy opened. That's what I want to know. But Denisha, thank you so much for the super chat. We truly appreciate the support and the love. It all goes right back into the channel, helps pay for all our subscriptions and our pay-per-views and all that fun stuff. How do you watch AEW? Nothing. It will be my first time ordering it. As of last month or last pay-per-view, Fight TV is where I get it. I know you can get it on Bleacher. I know you can get it on other places. As here comes Will Ospreay coming to the ring. So let's go. I would have had the first music hit tonight be Ospreay. That's just me personally. You guys can let me know if I'm being too picky, but you kind of want to start the show with that big pop. And for my money, or Orange Cassidy coming out second would have been a better choice. Bum, 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 bum. But thank you so much. But yeah, that's the way I would go about it, Tanisha. And plus, we will be here live for all of it. It's going to be fun. We're looking forward to a busy weekend here on the channel. Of course, we have King and Queen of the Ring on Saturday, brunch with the boys 10, and then we are back at it Sunday night, 6:30 p.m. We'll be here all night long. When most people just wait around to do a review show, we are here for all the show. Big Ospreay chants. Did they add that into his music? That's weird. What's up, Eric Tate? How you doing? Let's go. Who did I miss? Boston, good to see you. The Double or Nothing card looks pretty okay for me. Most of the matches at least have a build to it. I'd have that debate a little bit. Only a couple matches I don't care to see. I think Toni did okay job leading up to it. Okay, I'll accept that. I think an okay job is a good way to put it, and I'll suffice with that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's interesting. There's stuff happening that I wish I cared more about. There we go. Here comes Roddy. What's up, Jake? How you doing? 3 more matches will be added for Double or Nothing, KJ. That's what I've heard. And this is where Toni gets himself in trouble. We look at the WWE 5-6 matches. We already have 10. You add 3 more. And this always becomes the problem with the AEW pay-per-views. There's matches on the pay-per-view that shouldn't be there. FTW Championship should not be on the pay-per-view. Save that for next week's Dynamite. Shibata versus Jericho on Dynamite or Collision. I don't give a shit. You're wasting pay-per-view time. To keep everyone around for 4+ hours every single pay-per-view, you're just killing it. And what happened on Dynasty was the same thing. You had some really amazing matches, but we were so bogged down by the bullshit in between the good matches that's what's going to happen. We have a triple main event for this one. And I hate that. I hate that we have a triple main event. Smile Mark, welcome back. Satnam will defeat Bryan tonight. I put money that he don't. Probably get a no contesta. Will more matches be added? That is the rumor. We know we're going to get the FTW belt added because they're number one contender tonight. Rumor is Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa is going to be added to the card. I found it funny because Deonna Purrazzo tweeted out the card for Double or Nothing and said, my first Double or Nothing, but she wasn't on it. So we can surmise what might happen there. Jordan Kirby, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Chair is always a pleasure. And we're off and fighting because, hey, here's another question. When was the last time a Dynamite started without a jump start? We got the stars in the crowd, by the way. Meltzer's friends showed up. And we're going to talk a little bit Meltzer during the commercial. I promise. I got something I need to ask the people. The card does not excite me. Got that one. OC off the top, down on Roddy. Tope. All right, so we're flying. Flying forearm, exactly. There we go. There we go, folks. We're rolling. We're rolling. Son of a bitch. There we go. Yeah, Serena and Toni feud has been off. I think it's because Serena is a natural heel. Richard, you read my mind. We're going to talk about this. I know one of the hot topics in the IWC this week has been, Tuna Meltzer and Alvarez. Bryan Alvarez is starting to get over with people. This whole feud has been wrong. It hasn't worked. I'm not excited about it. And again, Tony Khan has this habit of there's a rivalry between two people and they're going to fight other people for 3 weeks leading up. I don't get it. Why are the Outcasts involved in this story at all? Why can't we just focus on the two people? But we will talk about heels and baby faces because something's been repeated a lot online. I've seen a lot of people repeat things. We'll come back to that on a commercial break as we finally get the match kicked off. Roddy in control of Ospreay. We do have the Kingdom on the outside. One thing that we're going to get a preview of Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. I assume that's just a video package. Takeshita and Matt Sydal makes no sense. Matt Sydal getting booked more than your average wrestler. Adam Cole will turn on Wardlow. They have a match. MJF returns and Wardlow. That's what I'm thinking. But we haven't seen Adam Cole since he got out of his wheelchair. We haven't seen Wardlow in a couple weeks. Is Wardlow here? Did I miss Wardlow? Is Wardlow at ringside, guys? I haven't seen Wardlow. So again, this whole idea that Adam Cole is going to turn on Wardlow, I don't care. I haven't seen them. I have no build. I have no reason to think any of it. Yeah, they weren't getting along right out of the gate. So why did you join the gang if you didn't like the gang? It's odd. It's odd. You gave him a title shot and you buried him. Absolutely buried him. He's gone. Bye. Do you want death triangle match against Bullet Club Gold or Jay White versus Pac? I think I would rather Jay White versus Pac, straight up, no bullshit. Oh, as Cassidy goes up and over, Roddy hitting the turnbuckle, then another one. And Don Callis' new obsession with Orange Cassidy is making my head hurt. I don't understand it. KJ, I agree, Hangman with the Elite. That's why I keep asking who's the fifth member of the team for AEW. No fifth member. 4-on-4. Adam Page shows up and screws over Team AEW. And that's how that whole Anarchy in the Arena ends. There was some debate of does Team AEW beat the Elite? If Team AEW beats the Elite at Double or Nothing, the Elite storyline is dead. Done. You can't go anywhere with it. They lost. They're out. They need to win to continue being the assholes that they are. As Roddy drops Orange Cassidy on the apron and big spear by Trent. So an interesting start to the match. Here we go. It's rolling, not boring. Oh, by the way, let me know your predictions. I haven't even asked. Terrible host. Let me see. We go to picture in picture, ladies and gentlemen. I ask real quick and see what the chat says, but let me know who you think is going to win. OC and Will against Roddy Trent. If I can spell, I'll get this out. There we go. There we go, folks. Sorry, my bad. Completely forgot. Multitasking, clearly not my strong suit at the moment. But yeah, I think Hangman does come back. And because the last time we heard about Hangman was he was suspended from the Elite. It's easy to say. They made amends. They made up. And then, Hangman comes in, and Hangman's another guy that has a gripe with CM Punk. So it's the no CM Punk group, right? That's kind of what we're getting. Bryan Danielson's birthday present is a few chops from a giant Indian dude. Yeah, fair enough. Why are they giving us Swerve? Why are they giving Swerve crap? Again, I can't change how we got here. All I can do is whether we like the booking or not, Nick Wayne makes sense under the circumstance. That's the only thing I can tell you. My only concern is Swerve and Nick Wayne are going to go like 10, 12, 15 minutes. And then, doesn't that mean he has to go like 30 minutes with Christian? This match should be a short, easy win for the champion, or just straight up no contest. It looks like the champ's going to win, but everyone else jumps him. We'll see. It's probably going to be a long match. Swerve gets the win, then everybody jumps him. That's generally how Tony does it. Salute. What's up, Russell? How you doing? See Money, I already said hello to you. Byron, that's a long one. I'll come back around to it. For life. Do we got this one?
Wrestling for
Hit the
life.
button. Make sure you hit the button, folks. We got 111 people. 111. Let's go. As we are in picture. Let's see how the poll's going right now. 70% of people taking OC and Will. You know what? I'm going to surprise everybody. Trent and Roddy get the win because they're going to lose at the pay-per-view. Both of them. Hello, what's up? Derek's Wrestling Toys and Tees. Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. Theater of the Absurd. Always a pleasure. Listen to Theater. Hit the button. Let's go. Don't forget, those little reaction buttons help the algorithm as well. If you see them there, give us some hearts, give us some smiles, whatever they got. Hit those buttons. Let's see if we can get to 120, 150, 200. Let's go. Hey, AEW. Jordan Smith, welcome back. OC and Will tag team match starting the show. Kind of weird partnership because their feud don't connect. I don't mind. Fine, put them together. It's a bit of a showcase. My only fear when you do something like this is, are you giving away spots that we're going to see on the pay-per-view? I can be fine with that. The only little tweak I would have done, if I'm being uber critical from a production standpoint, is I would have opened the show. The first thing we got as fans is Will Ospreay's music, not Jane. I honestly feel like how many Dynamites have we had this year? 30? I don't know. How many weeks are we in? I don't know how many weeks we're in. 20? Whatever. I feel like a lot of shows open with Jane. Jane's OC's music isn't exciting. It's not like a get out of your seat and jump around type of music. There's no energy to it. It's just a song that OC likes and the money mark paid for it. But Ospreay gets the tag. He's on fire. Trent dodges him, though. Going for it. Wow. Trent goes for the tornado DDT. Ospreay says not today. But eats a suplex anyway. Yeah, again, you're not completely wrong, but I know in wrestling history in the past, you can take heels and stick them together as they have a common enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they team up. You get a tag match where you get a little interaction, and then it sets up the weekend. I'll forgive them on that one. There's Roddy, big knee to Ospreay. I still don't like Ospreay going after a mid-card title that nobody cares about. OC always opens. Tony Khan loves opening with him for some reason. Yeah, it's just a lack of energy for me. Two count by Roddy. Danny D, welcome back. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Safin, Knoxville. Let me see if I get some names in here. TJ Hook's back with us. Bradley, former former prediction champion. The prediction belt, by the way, if you want to be a prediction champion, on the line twice this weekend. Oh, Steve G. Speaking of my heart, my friend, there is absolutely no way Jericho should be on the show. Again, the FTW title is not recognized by AEW, but they're having a number one contenders eliminator match for a belt that they don't recognize. Help me understand. And again, nobody cares about Jericho. Hook's lost a lot of steam as Roddy just taken all the shots from top. OC goes for the lazy pin, gets the kick out. But yeah, we do not need Jericho versus Shibata, Jericho versus Hook. We do not need that match on any of these shows. Save it for Collision. Save it for fucking Rampage. Save it for anything but Double or Nothing. Because what you do as a booker is you water it down. Less is more. Quality over quantity. Be smart. Keep it simple, stupid. How many more cliches do I got? I see Ospreay for the win. There you go. All right, I know I missed a couple of these, but I'll roll back up. Keyshawn, positive vibes, positive vibes. You're right, Keyshawn. Positive vibes. Maybe we'll get a Jarrett sighting tonight. I'm going to close the poll. Actually, it's dipped to 60%. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let's go. Ocean Spray. Ospreay flipping off Roddy's chest. Slips a little, but recovers nicely. DDT. That was weird. So Cassidy goes for the pin. Ospreay puts Trent in a headlock for the breakup. It was a weird way to go about it. Impressive double springboard kick, 100%. I love Will Ospreay. I get angry at Will Ospreay as far as how you book him. Could you imagine if Will Ospreay was the captain of Team AEW and he went to the ring and he handpicked FTR and maybe Danielson to help him take on the Bucks? Something like that, like where he was really prominent. If you want to keep him away from Swerve right now, which I think you should, think about that. Like something that would be more prevalent and make that rivalry more important than what we are getting, right? Like if, Stun Dog Millionaire, Ox Cutter. I'm trying to keep up, folks. I love that. That's funny as hell. 110 people in the chat, which means we should have 110 likes. Let's go, people. If you haven't clicked that thumb yet, why are you tuning in and not clicking the thumb? Ospreay taking out the Kingdom, Taven and Bennett. And there's Wardlow. Wardlow is still in catering. He has decided to join us. And I believe that should be a DQ unless the ref was sleeping. What's up, Adam? How you doing? Did you hear the Von Erichs grandsons want to battle the Usos? That'd be cool. Yeah. The Von Erichs have been rumored over a long time, and people wondered, if they would ever try, if they would ever get in there. It'd be very interesting. And there you go. I called it. I'll take the point on that one, folks. As Trent and Roddy get the win, thanks to Wardlow and the Undisputed Kingdom. And here comes the beatdown. How many beatdowns are we going to get tonight? Over under 3, like post-match beatdowns. No punks allowed. The No Punks Allowed club. Oh. Gallus is taking off his headset. I don't care. And Roddy laying out Ospreay with the belt. I can't say it. I'm not that bad. I can see it. If Team AEW wins or loses, it will be followed by blood and guts. Maybe. Listen, I'll be 100% honest. Even calling that match a main event match bothers me. That match should fucking be maybe open the show or go second, get it out of the way, because I don't care. But Ospreay's gushing. Ospreay's gushing already. And Trent is just choking out OC. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's the dumbest shit ever. Bradley, yeah, Orange Cassidy and Don Callis should never mix at any time. Yeah, it makes no sense. None. Here's the weird part. I'll come back to that in a second. As they continue to beat the shit out of Ospreay, no refs, no security, nobody cares. That's all I want is just ring the bell a little bit and have some refs. Like, have the Kingdom and Wardlow keep the refs and security at bay while the beatdown happens. But it's like the beatdown is perfectly normal. It's perfectly okay. That's where you're not creating any anxiety. You're not creating any tension in the building. As we go to Matthew and Nicholas, oh, for fuck's sake. Speaking of that, big shout out to Big Nick and Anthony. So we are in the back. Do not admit. So they have banned Darby from the arena tonight, which means Darby will be here sooner than later. 5 stars. Oh, 100%. And listen, on commercial, I'm going to talk about fucking delusional Meltzer. Legitimately at the point where his sidekick, his cabana boy, is turning on him, and he still can't admit he's fucking wrong. I'm so convinced that Meltzer is helping Toni book, and that's why he defends it so vigorously. I could be wrong. Sanjay! Okay, Ken, how you doing? How you doing? I'm just watching and listening from the shadows. Ken, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Listen away, my friend, from wherever you are. Double or triple main event means you don't have a main event. If everybody's the main event, then nobody's the main event. Nick said it the other night. I love the quote. Yeah, it's killing me, Smalls. And again, it's chicken shit. That's, to me, stuff like that is the guy making the booking decisions has no confidence in himself. He's a chicken shit. And when a small pocket of the internet gets upset at him, he tries to augment things to appease them. Oh, and by the way, we're in Bakersfield, California. But now where are we going? Lights are out. What's next? Elite World Order, Ospreay, Mox, Wardrobe. EWO. There you go. Think you meant Wardlow, but here comes the Bullet Club. You are unified trios champions, which I think should be done away with. So Fletcher won't come out and save Ospreay. Nobody helped Ospreay. Now remember, Ospreay's still involved in the Don Callis family. Last I checked, nobody from the Don Callis family helped. Don Callis didn't even help. Don Callis went to check on Orange Cassidy. Ospreay's getting beat up. Now, the other weird part, and I was going to say this before I got interrupted, is Trent turns on Trent turns on OC, and a heel manager befriends OC. Well, wouldn't it make more sense if Don Callis befriended Trent? Am I wrong in that assumption? Like, you would think, like, why don't you join the family now that you're a bad guy? It doesn't make sense. If Callis was going to try and turn OC, then you leave the best friends together and Don starts pulling the yarn, unraveling the sweater, if you will, my friends. I expect 3 beatdowns. 3 is a solid number. 2 too many. Over 3. OC pinned, I'm shocked. That was the shocker, but he's going to probably win on the weekend. Over 3. Oh, beat 100. Yeah, a little much. 0-1, 1-0. As Jay White has a mic. What does Jay White have to say? By the way, I mean, I love Jay White. I like the Bullet Club Gold. I miss Juice Robinson. I really miss Juice. The greatest 3-man team in the game. That's also the Wrestling for Life Network, if you guys haven't noticed. Right? We got Anthony. We got KJ. We got Big Nick. The greatest 3-man team on YouTube. Remember, folks, I'm going to try and click on all of your comments. I really am. But between the action and my rambling mouth, it might take me a while. We do have the super chats if you want to stand out from the crowd. 60 over 40. Okay. I want to see Mariah, I guess. Are they eventually going to do Mariah against Toni? And again, I'm saving that for a commercial because we're going to cut loose on that a little bit. Not usually. AEW 5 shows in Austin, Texas in July. Yeah, I found this a really interesting decision. Will they saturate that market? Like by the third, fourth, fifth show, will nobody be there? Did I just get a QR code on AEW? Did anyone else's shit blink? Guns up, let's go. Meltzer is the ultimate couch potato. He's the ultimate fucking idiot. Like, I don't know how to put it politely. I believe in, live and let live and whatever, to each their own, as long as you don't fuck up my day. But Meltzer has lost his fucking mind. And it's just so embarrassing now at this point. Like when when someone's just hemmed into a corner, but they can't even just throw their hands up and go, okay, you're right. And he just won't let shit. Oh, the crowd was freaking. Oh, yeah, all 2,000 people were fucking going mild, Dave. Okay, now this promo has broken down. I don't know what the fuck's happening. That was a weird spot. Why do they still have those pink belts? A little surprised they didn't change them up. They didn't give them like Bullet Club belts. They still got this. Somebody just yelled out, who wrote this shit? I don't know if anyone else heard that, but Pac is on the screen. I guess Juice left Top Guns. He's injured. He should be back at some point. So I'd like to see him come back. I'd like Juice has that's something else. Great guy as far as what he brings to the table. Big fan. I'm a big fan of Jay White. I'm a big fan of the Ass Boys. That sounds so weird to say out loud. But I think like if you took Billy Gunn's kids and put them on NXT, ooh, whoo, lights out. Pac's got help. We assume it's the triangle, right? Penta in the house. And Phoenix is back. The Death Triangle. There we go. There we go. So, there you go. There we go. Something I really do like, guys. I said it. We're positive vibes, right, Keyshawn? I heard it. You heard it, did you? Who wrote this shit? That was fucking Tony Schiavone was the one that yelled that out. As we got another fight, 2 matches, 2 segments, 2 brawls. If you don't count the little backstage thing they did for a second. Phoenix Rising. I love it. I love it. Right? And yelled out X-Pac. I accept. I like this. But again, AEW and Tony Khan, their go-home shows are all just brawls. Every segment is like, you guys are fighting on Sunday, brawl. You guys are fighting on Sunday, brawl. Like, there's no depth of thought. But there you go. There you go. So we will be adding this match. My favorite trio, Death Triangle. Oh, the OGs, man. They've been around for a hot minute. I couldn't believe that. Who wrote this shit? Zero Meadow. I'm telling you, listen, huge fan. Huge fan of Death Triangle. There we go. There we go. So it's official. I heard it. Anthony, good to see you, sir. Remember, Anthony will be here tomorrow night. We are going through the preview show, and we got a little bit of bonus tomorrow because at 8 p.m., we're going to go live a few minutes before 8 p.m. Eastern because Uncle Howdy's taking over Twitch again. So I know I haven't talked much about that, but we are finally on a full commercial, not just picture-in-picture. So ladies and gentlemen, will remind you, get in that chat, click the buttons. I want to see 100 likes on this stream. And if you're watching me right now, take this link, go share it on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Just send it to all your people. And I want to see these numbers go up. I want 125 in this chat tonight. Scissor me. I will not, Roddy. You keep your scissor to yourself. But today, if you didn't know, Uncle Howdy's QR code led to a WhatsApp group. I did not even know it was a thing. I had WhatsApp, didn't know anything beyond you can talk to people. What we found out today was a bunch of clues, more pictures, says, I can't wait to meet you. And if you put it all together, like I did, it was simply Twitch tomorrow, 8 p.m. Also, I believe tomorrow is Bray Wyatt's birthday. And I could be wrong about that, but I should actually double check before I say that out loud. May 23rd, 1987. So, yeah, tomorrow will be Bray Wyatt's birthday, and Uncle Howdy is taking over Twitch. It's apparently going to happen at 8 p.m. So myself, Big Nick, and Anthony will be here for our Double or Nothing and our King and Queen of the Ring preview show. In addition to that, we will have live reaction and live coverage to whatever Howdy's doing on Twitch tomorrow. It feels like between Twitch tomorrow, Friday Night SmackDown, and Saturday, this is it. This is the crescendo. I think it has to be. Like the clues are getting so intricate and so deep. Where, you know, what's next? Like, you're gonna have people out in the streets on an actual scavenger hunt. I don't know. Can't wait. Let's go. It's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, okay, I got that. Remember, if I missed your comment, if you by all means put it back in the chat. And remember, I do have the super chat, super stickers, if you do want me to notice you for sure. But here's a question for everybody listening right now. And I keep seeing, and I think it's younger fans that keep saying this idea that wrestling has abandoned heels and baby faces, that heels and baby faces don't exist anymore. One person said for 30 years, heels and baby faces have been gone. Somebody like Dave Meltzer apparently thinks. Dave Meltzer apparently has been watching wrestling for 40 fucking plus years. And he believes that a person can show up on 1 week as a heel and then show up the next week as a baby face and then show up the next week as a heel, that it doesn't matter. Folks, I want to tell everyone out there right now, as we have the fucking learning tree, speaking of heels, every story you have ever read, for anyone that's read a story, ever, any show you've watched, any movie, there's a protagonist and an antagonist. If you are going to tell a story, you need good guys and bad guys. And yes, sometimes the good guy can be a reluctant hero. It can be a tweener. And the ones that really get to be tweeners are few and far between. They're exceptions. But people say shit all the time like, well, Austin wasn't a babyface. Austin was a babyface. He was a badass babyface. He was the reluctant hero. But who was his biggest rival? Vince fucking McMahon, a heel. Did anyone ever think that Vince wasn't the heel? Heels and baby faces exist in wrestling for a reason. As here comes Hook. The idea that they're gone, it blows my mind. And something I do implore a lot of wrestling fans to stop doing, especially AEW ones, is, but the WWE, I hear Meltzer say it all the time. Oh, well, they did this with someone. Stop playing that game. Compare yourself to yourself. You'll figure this out. And I know we do it, but we try not to. As the asshole Jericho is at commentary right now, so this should suck. Thanks, Taz. Good to see you, man. Does Jericho realize him and the Bucks are doing the same bullshit? They might as well work together. And here comes the bounty hunter who just got thrusted into this. Is that Bert? This makes me furiosa. Chris Jericho and the Great Bush. I mean, the learning tree. Oh, fuck. It's killing me. But there are baby faces and heels. You need baby faces and heels. We know a lot of people were talking about Alvarez and Meltzer fighting about Toni Storm and Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb was presented as a babyface. Deonna Purrazzo was presented as a babyface. That's how it's been. That's the way it's been. Toni Storm and Mariah May were the heels, and then they weren't, but then they are. The Outcasts are heels, but they're fighting the heels. Why? And Meltzer thinks it's getting some big reaction. Serena Deeb was literally trying to tell people a really true dramatic story, and there was crickets in the building. You're miscasting people, because if Tony Khan believes what Dave Meltzer believes, that heels and baby faces don't matter, it explains part of the booking problems we're getting. It explains the issues we're having with having, wow, everybody just ran into each other. By the way, we will take a prediction. I know I'm rambling. I know I'm all over the place. I will get back to the chat. But yeah, keep it coming, folks, and let me know what you think. Do you believe that heels and baby faces are dead? And if so, why? Jericho is fucking awful. It makes me so angry. I think that's where my hopium dies every week, is Jericho. So yeah, well, 100%. So we're adding at least 3 matches to Double or Nothing. It's fuck. There you go. There you go. So get in the chat. The poll is up. Hook for the win. Y2J is boring. Y2J is the drunk uncle at the cookout that doesn't realize he's embarrassing himself. The guy that's up dancing when the music isn't playing. The one with his fucking gut hanging over his belt. The one that just embarrasses himself every family fucking gathering. Thinks he's the coolest guy in the room. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah. And now he thinks, well, if they're going to malign me, I'm just going to lean into it. It is so transparent and so bullshit. It is disgusting. And we are watching a live weekly midlife crisis. We need to help Jericho help himself. I saw a thing that Jericho's going to be doing. Like, he needs to go on a world tour with Fozzy and play all the local bars he can find. I know I say this all the time, guys. I really do, but I can't get over it. He thinks the please retire is because it's heel heat. But then again, you have assholes like Meltzer who refuse to be honest about it. You have assholes like Meltzer going, oh, look at all the heat Jericho's getting. He is not getting heat. Nobody wants to see this. Do you know why Jericho stopped playing Judas? Because people stopped singing it. That's why. Doesn't matter what they tell us. Doesn't matter what they try and convince us. Doesn't matter what their bullshit story is. Jericho is a fucking joke at this juncture of his career. It is fucking asinine. And it bothers me because it's taking time away from real good wrestlers. Hook for the win, Hook for the win. As we go to pitcher, and pitcher, by the way, 77% say Hook. Okay. Vince likes heels pointed to the sky. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Jitter, welcome back, by the way. Well played. It took me a second, so that's a good one. Jericho and Fozzy need to go on a rock and roll elderly cruise. Fucking get on that boat and never come back. Just sail the fuck off. I like Trent's new gimmick. I love Trent. And I love his new gimmick. I wanted this guy to turn heel for so long because he's a talented wrestler. I think if Trent left AEW and went to like TNA, he'd be unreal. But here we are. Whoever says there isn't any faces and heels must have forgotten about Roman versus Cody story. That's heel baby face with a great story. 100%. And welcome to the channel, VR lover. Here's the thing. And even look within AEW. Orange Cassidy, pure baby face. Jericho right now trying to be a heel. The Bucks are trying to be heels. They're not tweeners. They're not in between. And it matters. It fucking matters. When you're booking this shit, it matters. Everything needs a protagonist and an antagonist. Period. If you don't have that, the story sucks. And that is a great example, VR lover. Let Jericho Cruz follow the elves back home. Right now, we come back out of picture-in-picture. Shibata in control of Keith. Hook in the corner holding his head. We got a QR code. No, it's a double or nothing QR code. I'm just fucking with y'all. I agree, KJ. I think King and Queen in Saudi will have a reveal of the Wyatt 6. Also, Saturday is Taylor Rotunda's birthday, better known as Bo Dallas. Thank you for summing that up. But yeah, no, Larry, I highly possible. If it isn't officially, like, we are going to get a big piece of the pie on Saturday, and then maybe you follow it up on Monday and Friday or Friday. But for my money, we're at the end of this. We're at the end of the road. The clues are getting harder and harder. And how many apps do we got to download to follow the QR codes? How much you want to bet Nick Wayne versus Swerve? Yeah. Bendy, I hope you're wrong, but good to see you, sir. Sam Oat. Would you say Jack Perry is back with a vengeance? No. I've given Jack Perry credit because I think Jack Perry, out of the group that he's running around with, is the most believable one of the bunch. The actual stuff with like the anti-CM Punk stuff worked for him. I think being with the Elite is hurting him a little bit. It sounds odd, right? But the Bucks are doing what Jericho's doing, and they're phony. They're phony, completely fake, completely bullshit. Double tap out. We just saw this last night on NXT. Fuck. So Shibata and Hook are both going to fight Jericho at the pay-per-view because Jericho's too old and fat to fucking wrestle proper. And I never use the F word. That one. The crowd is literally chanting, let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. Fuck you, Jericho. This is not working. There you go. Braves is tomorrow. Bows is Saturday. There you go. There you go. Right, Redwood? Right, Redwood? Oh, fuck. The only time he's a Redwood is when he's pulling out of you, Jericho. Pause. Are we watching Rampage, SmackDown, House of Glory this Friday? We are watching SmackDown, Rampage, and a little bit of House of Glory this Friday, Damien. Yes, because why not? We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we're almost at 125 people live. So let's go. Be a friend, tell a friend. Let's see if we can get more numbers in this chat tonight. He fucked up his own title. Oh, they're getting a text from TK. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Why are you hijacking the Young Bucks gimmick? Somebody's got to pull Jericho off TV. So TK has texted the graphic people, and we are getting Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. High stakes. First ever for the rules triple threat match. He fucked up what he was supposed to say. Fuck, that is so bad. That sounds like me. I don't know what that means. Thank you, Dave. Good to see you. As we are going to the preview of Willow versus Sasha, here's another example of where you fuck up the heel and the baby face. Because you were trying to present Sasha. Last week was the best because Sasha started digging into heel, and Willow's a pure babyface. And I like Willow. I feel bad that Willow's going to lose her belt on Sunday. I really do. I think Willow should keep that belt on Sunday. And I want your opinion out there. How do you feel about it? 80% of the people took Hook, so 80% of you are half right. Shibata, again, we saw it last night. I criticized it last night. I can't criticize what NXT did and not criticize what they just did. I don't like the poor bounty hunter. You sign this guy off the indies. He is a talented wrestler. We never see him. When we do see him, he does a job. Tonight, he gets fucking hammered by two guys. And for some people, that's a good night. But for bounty hunter, not a good one. It's dog shit. It's fucking bad. All promotions copy each other from time to time. Oh, I'm not saying they copied at all. I'm just saying they did it. It sucked. Now these guys are doing it. It sucked. Sometimes great minds think alike. Do I feel like they sat down in their meeting and said, oh, NXT did this and we're going to do it? No, not at all. Very coinkadinkle. But at the same breath, I don't like when you have a triple threat match and 2 out of 3 guys win. Just me. Like, technically, I think if you followed the rule book, if I'm being a wrestling uber nerd right now, I think technically, if the one person has the hold and the other person puts a hold on the person that's in the hold, the referee breaks the hold. We need more Keith Lee. Keith Lee, I don't know what's up with Keith Lee. I know Keith Lee had some health issues. I'm a big fan of Keith Lee. By the way, we are in commercial break, if anybody's wondering. I see we got past 125. Can we get to 150? I know we had 130. Can we get to 150 here tonight? Lazy booking. The problem is the wrong people are making the decisions. Bendy says Warner Brothers Discovery should reconsider paying AEW even a little for this crap. I heard earlier that they want Dynamite, but not the other 2 shows for only $25 million, which is less than AEW is making now. I've said this for a long time, and a lot of people have said the negotiations with Warner Brothers Discovery and AEW is going to be a easy peasy. Everybody loves everybody. But you forget, at the end of the day, it comes down to dollars and cents. And if Tony Khan values AEW up here and Warner Brothers Discovery shows them that the analytics have them down here, how do they get there? Now, there's been rumors in the past that there's kickbacks working back and forth, and that's why Warner Brothers gives them a little bit of rope. Maybe. I don't want them to lose their TV deal because that's bad. That's bad news. Meanwhile, Ricky Starks is at home. Yeah. Where Chris Jericho fucks around with his partner, the Redwood. 2-0. I never thought I'd see Jericho going from the most loved to the most hated wrestler. I miss Y2J. I've said this a lot of times because I don't think there's any wrestler in wrestling other than maybe, well, I don't even know if she counts as a wrestler, but Ava Raine takes a lot of heat from me. Jericho, to me, this, Lionheart Chris Jericho, WCW Chris Jericho, the guy was awesome. The guy was great. The guy was doing everything he could to get himself over in a company that never wanted to put him over. He gets an opportunity, and still to this day, the Chris Jericho Y2J countdown clock intro with The Rock is still one of my favorite wrestling moments ever. He killed it. It was cool. It was awesome. He went back and forth with The Rock. I liked it. The man beat Rock and Austin in the same night. And then even later in his career, what he did with You Just Made the List and Kevin Owens, great shit. When he left WWE and went to become the Painmaker, I still cheered for the guy. When he signed with AEW and became their first champion, I supported it. I cheered for it. He was the right man at the right time. The money, the freedom. Oh, sorry, I was getting the Reebok commercial for the Young Bucks. They're not in size 11 shoes, lying fuckers. But yeah, Jericho has, in the last 2 years, just gone down and down and down and down. And eventually, when everybody stopped cheering, when people stopped singing, he thought, I'll just lean into the hatred. I will lean in. But he's so fake and so pretentious and thinks he's doing wonderful. And we are, because his relationship with Tony Khan, we are consistently inundated with this bullshit from Jericho, consistently inundated with this fucking bad match after bad match. Jericho Commander, Jericho Colt Cabana, Jericho and Hook for the FTW title. It's been bad on bad on bad on bad. And he thinks he's putting young guys over. Fucking, he let Action Andrade, who we can't even find him anymore, go over. Oh, yeah, you got the pin, but I'm going to set you on fire after you get the pin. Jericho is one of the worst personalities in all of wrestling. He is taking time from young talent. He is wasting everyone's time. And I swear to God, it is killing this company. This type of booking and decision-making is why people won't tune in and stay tuned in. It's why podcasters are getting more views than the actual show. Tell me when I'm telling lies, folks. Thanks. Stop hating on my favorite wrestler and the GOAT Jericho. I will not, Boston. I won't do it. The best thing about Jericho is he moved to Florida. Got the fuck out of Canada. But Matt Sydal taking on Takeshita. I'm not even putting a poll up for this one. We already know what's happening. Where was Takeshita when his stablemate was getting whooped? Y2J has almost 25 years ago. Was almost 25 years ago. Yeah, it really was. And again, he's had a great career. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer. But the money, the power, and all of this bullshit has turned him into an absolute fucking joke. And he can't let it go. He is Jera Hogan, guys. Jericho humbled Oldberg. Oh, did he? I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, he kind of did. Toni is defending her championship against Serena Deeb. Yes, she is, Kyle. However, you wouldn't know that because she's spending all her time fighting with fucking the Outcasts. I can't wait for Double or Nothing. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. I really am. I mean, we got to be here all night to watch it, guys. So, again, it's the hopium. As an AEW fan, we're hoping, we're praying, we're begging. Please, please. You're saying there's a chance. Jericho needs to retire. At this point, I think Jericho should retire. But I do believe there was a way to keep Jericho in the company and make him relevant. If he was doing part-time work and you bring him in a few times a year to have a really good feud with somebody, it could have been fine. But Jericho wanted to prove I'm just as good as I have always been. I'm having the best years of my life. And we all know it's bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. Super chat. Denisha, thank you. Wasn't Don fired last week? He's here. Was he fired last week? I don't know. I don't recall him being fired. If I missed it, he missed it too. It's Don Callis coaching his big elbow, forearm. Sydal to lose again. Yeah, that's why Sydal's here. One arm pin. His finisher was a big forearm. And once again, thank you so much for the super chat. Folks, don't forget those super chats. KJ, I tune in to hear you guys. This is the place to do it. So I appreciate you tuning in, Gordon. We are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. You can put your show on mute and just listen to us. We'll let you know what's happening. I do appreciate the guy in the front row wearing a neck brace, by the way. Takeshita helping Sydal up and suplex down. That's officially 3 matches with an aftermath. 3 matches. We're 3 for 3. We're batting 1,000 right now, folks. But hey, here comes Moxley, right? Moxley? Are we going to get Moxley? As Sydal taking a beating, 3 for 3, and here comes Moxley. I get a hard time, and some of my AEW friends aren't here tonight. They keep reminding me how predictable certain wrestling is. I can tell you what's going to happen, folks. I don't have a crystal ball. I ain't got no crystal ball. Did Bryan play Giant Killer yet? No, that's probably going to be the main event, Vance. Moxie's got a mic. Moxley's got a mic. I can't watch the AEW pay-per-view this time. I'm sorry to hear that. But you can watch it with us. Moxley got in the ring with a mic and then just knocked out Takeshita with the mic. Big Moxley chance, though. And why is it not just, I guess me, I wonder, I don't know if this is true or not, folks, but does anybody think the reason why it's only an eliminator match at Double or Nothing is that New Japan didn't want the belt defended on an AEW pay-per-view? I don't know if that's true. I can't honestly say whether it's true or not. But I just wonder, they have the eliminator match, Takeshita goes over Moxley. They have the actual title match on New Japan programming, not AEW programming, which is stupid for Toni. So Takeshita looks like a badass because he beats up Sydal. Out comes Moxley. One punches Takeshita, walks back off. The toughest man in the world. Now we are back to the Bucks, who are taking up more show than anybody. We know these band motherfuckers. You told us this already. Holy shit. Beating my head off the wall with these fuckers. Dave. KJ, did you hear Mark Henry's contract is coming? Hey, Swerve. See, this is better. Swerve sitting in the Young Bucks chair. Puts his gum out on their page. See, again, if you had this rivalry and maybe Swerve was the head of Team AEW and it was Okada going after Swerve, is that more interesting than what you have done? But here comes Swerve Strickland. Are we going to go 4 for 4? I'm going to do this. We're going to put a poll up right now. Will it be 4 for 4 in Aftermath? Aftermath. Start a poll. Are we going to get 4 for 4 in post-match Aftermath? Is not even good English, but we'll take it. But ladies and gentlemen, Swerve is coming to the ring. He will be taking on Nick Wayne. Get in that chat. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know who you're taking. Let me know how you're feeling about the show. We are at 131 people. Be a friend. Tell a friend. If you're hearing me right now, take our link. Share it with your people. Let's get to 150 tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. TK will go 8 for 8. Possibly. Desmond, appreciate the thumbs up. Be like Desmond. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget those little reaction buttons. Lucas Reed. You were close. KJ, CJ. There was a CJ here once upon a time. Shout out CJ. We miss you. I'm new to AEW. What is an elimination match? An eliminator match, Lucas, is basically a number one contenders match, except it's against the champion that you want to fight. So you get a match against the champion, and if you beat the champion, you then get a title shot. I fucking hate it. It's a horrible concept. It'd be like going into the UFC and knocking out the champion and then having to come back next month and fight him again. To me, it doesn't make sense. If you want to have a number one contenders match, you have it between two top contenders. Whoever wins fights the champion. If I beat the champion, give me the fucking belt. I don't beat him twice. What is this? There's 2 out of 3. Fuck off. Swerve calls the Young Bucks turds. They are. Could we get Takeshita versus Moxley for the championship at Forbidden Door? We could, Kyle. We could. That's what I'm wondering. Like, does Takeshita beat Moxley to set up the title match? Well, obviously, he would get a title match if he beats him. I don't believe you should be doing an eliminator match on a pay-per-view. I think that's horseshit. If Takeshita beats Jon Moxley on a pay-per-view, it's over. By the way, the clock is on 10:30, top of the hour. Thank you for joining us. Hope everyone's having a happy hump day. Tomorrow's Friday Junior. We are here with our preview show for Queen and King of the Ring, plus our preview for Double or Nothing, plus live reaction to Uncle Howdy on Twitch. Things I thought I would never say in like one little call out. But we're off and running. Swerve throwing Nick Wayne into the barricade, and out comes the belt. And I want to point out, you got your champion at the top of the hour. The champion, since he's won this belt, has felt nothing but secondary on this show. Maybe even in third place. Wow, AEW near my Nick of the Woods. Well, my Nick of the Woods will be back here tomorrow with me. Yeah, so you're in, I guess, California, Steve? I think they're what, Bakersfield tonight? Probably regarding your question. No idea. All right, so 80% of the people saying yes, we'll end the poll. I'm not going to take a poll on whether or not Swerve's going to beat Nick Wayne. He's either going to beat Nick Wayne or we're going to get a no contesta, but every time I hear Wild Thing, forget about the curveball, Ricky, give him the hater. Every time I hear it now, though, Easy Bake, I hear the owner. I hear fucking, I hate this fucking song. After years of listening to fucking Wild Thing and watching Moxley come stomping and stumbling out of the tunnel, I instantly go to that. I hate this fucking song. Nick Wayne is only 18 years old. I like the kid. I like Nick Wayne. I was a fan of Nick Wayne. I'm a fan of the East-West Express, which is him and Jordan Oliver when they teamed together in the Indies. Oh, wow. Swerve catching Wayne on the moonsault, but eats a DDT. But see, we're going to get a good competitive match with a world champion and an 18-year-old kid are going to give us a competitive match when Swerve has to fight the mentor of the 18-year-old in a few days. I don't mind it being a decent match, but 5 minutes tops. 5. He's a lackey. Could we see Gabe Kidd versus Moxley Forbidden Door? We could. Forbidden Door is an anomaly to me right now. Forbidden Door, they were going to do it at Arthur Ashe. They had to move it down the road. A rumor still is that Stardom and CMLL are all going to be involved. I don't know. My problem with the last 2 Forbidden Doors is I feel like it completely takes away from your weekly shows, and I don't love it. Like, you just have all these random people showing up, and then brawls are breaking out every match, which is kind of like this. I really think that Toni needs to work on in-house, and we'll do a Forbidden Door later when the house is sturdy. When you've got a good foundation and you've built your house nicely and all the doors are locked, then we can have a Forbidden Door. But he's doing so much shit, and the basics, the fundamentals aren't in the right place right now. Get well soon, Julia. She's doing good. She did mess up her wrist, but apparently that is not derailing their plans for her in the WWE. May derail her in-ring plans, but I saw a video going around with her. She seems to be in good spirits. Unfortunate. Too many people get injured in wrestling nowadays. Too many. Desmond, Wednesdays. Mr. Nick usually takes Wednesdays off unless it's a big one. It's date night for the Knicks. The Knicks. For the big, I don't know, big Knicks family. Him and wifey. There you go. Why did I say CJ? I have no idea. KJ, the title Eliminator sounds even stupider when you explain it. Right? When you explain it out loud, you're like, fuck, why are we doing this? How did this make sense? How did we get here? I hate the concept. I fucking hate the concept. I don't give a fuck about Nick Wayne is talented. He's 18 years old. He's talented. He's like Billy Starks, a young, talented wrestler. I think this is where you're underutilizing Ring of Honor. If you had Wheeler Yuta, Nick Wayne, even Sammy Guevara to an extent, if you had your younger talent cultivating in Ring of Honor and you were building them for the future, like we see with NXT, it's best for everybody. Eventually, some of these wrestlers are going to have to stop wrestling and you're going to need new talent. But having these guys, like, is anybody, like, 5 years from now, are we going to be burned out and tired of Nick Wayne? How much is Nick Wayne going to be able to move the needle after 5 years of him being a kid jobber? Hook's another one. Hook being on Ring of Honor would be beneficial to Hook. But we are back from commercial. Nick Wayne chucking him out. Match has gone 5 minutes already. Swerve win by DQ. Ew. As right now, Excalibur is selling us on the triple main event. Biggest pile of horseshit I've ever heard. Darby banned from the arena. So that means we're going to see Darby tonight. Probably rappel from the ceiling. Bum, bum, bum. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? He's about to take Swerve to his limit. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like, you give him a little bit of, like, you have some moments, and he should be cheating. Like, if Nick Wayne is going to get an advantage, he should be poking eyes. He should be, hiding behind the ref and getting cheap shots. Nick Wayne came out to the ring with nobody. No Dinosaur, no Christian, no Mama. Where's Nick Wayne's mom? I miss her. She got it going on. Whose house? Swerve's house. But yeah, I mean, again, your world champion needs to look like he matters. This match, yeah, it's not even the same as, I was going to say, it was kind of like Cody and Carmelo, but to me, Carmelo is a higher prospect than Nick Wayne, so it's a little off. But where Carmelo had some moments, but Cody was in the driver's seat. There you go. Code red. 2 count, 2 count. Turn off the Kanye effect. Did I go funny? Interesting. And it's the T-Pain effect. Let's be real. Ricky Starks is Danhausen in NXT. Could that happen? Ricky Starks, yes. Danhausen, I don't know. I think that's what you're asking, Damien. They should be tight fitting. What the fuck? Nick Wayne's mom was signing autographs at WrestleCon. Yes. There's so many jokes I want to make right now, Smile Mark. And he says, "I'm sorry, Nick," and kicks him in the head. Out he goes. And that's it. That's it. So not terrible. Not terrible. Not bad. It was predominantly, I'll give them marks on this one. Not nearly as a grind, but 4 for 4. 4 for 4, ladies and gentlemen. 4 for 4. 4 matches. 4 matches end with a jump. You tell me this show's not being predictable. You tell me they're not doing the same thing every fucking segment. 4 for 4. 4 for 4. No refs, no bell ringing, no urgency, no panic. But we did get Nick Wayne's mom. Could you see Dan Houston? Who's Dan Houston? Ricky Starks, I said it. Ricky Starks, his bags are packed. They're at the door. He's leaving. Boston Lakers, but it's hard to say. A Lakers fan. Palinka and Jenny have no clue what they're doing. I'm not going to go down the Lakers road. It's fucking hilarious how they run the... Oh, we're running into the back. We're in the back. What is happening? Christian's running away. That was stupid. Should have worn his brown pants. Oh, look, the truck, just where we left it. Oh, no, he's going to do a carjacking. It's GTA. And I love Christian. I hate giving Christian. Oh, wait a minute. Nada blocks Christian in. Yes. Nada's back. He swerved all the way into the way. As Swerve pulls Christian out of the car and starts to lay a beating on him. Dan Houston, I love that. Why the hell is this match taking so long? Listen, it wasn't as long as I thought, Boston. It was approximately 8 minutes, 7.5. I thought it was going to go longer. Christian's climbing up on top of the SUV. What happened to the dinosaur? Oh, lights out. What is the crowd chanting, guys? Swerve should have dealt with this already. DDT on the top of the truck. Bet you Nick Wayne kicks out a Swerve's finisher. He didn't. Thank God, Kid Revos, and good to see you, sir. I can see why you said you don't want to see that now, Steve. I see what you're saying. So we have a world title match on Sunday. Oh, and Christian gets out of the way. Okay. The champion looks ready to defend. Does Christian seem like a viable threat? I mean, the only thing I could say is 3 weeks in a row, Swerve has taken absolute beatings. Dear Tony Khan, if you want to write a story that's a little more interesting, the heel beats up the champion. The next week, the champion gets a little bit of revenge. And then usually going into the pay-per-view, like the go-home show, you want the heel to look like, or the challenger to be the most threatening person in the situation. Unless you're the babyface, then you kind of want the babyface to look like he's down and out. Right now, Christian doesn't look like a viable challenger. It looks like it should be an easy win, an easy night at the office for Swerve Strickland on Sunday. Stop me when I'm wrong. As we're back in commercial break. Whew. Okay, I'm going to take a drink, and then I'm going to pitch some shit. All right, back to the point. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night we are back for our Double or Nothing preview show. At the exact same time, we will be doing Queen and King of the Ring, our preview predictions. And thanks to Uncle Howdy, we will live react to the Twitch stream that has been teased today. If you didn't know, Uncle Howdy took over WWE WhatsApp. Yeah, you heard me correctly. WWE WhatsApp. And now you will have Howdy returning to Twitch tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We will be here live. We're probably going to go live a little before 8, but we are going to give you the Howdy reaction, our preview and predictions for both pay-per-views this weekend. Tomorrow night, myself, Big Nick, Ringsider Anthony will all be here. We're going to have lots to argue about, lots to debate. Make sure you're there. Be a friend, tell a friend. Friday, we get SmackDown, Rampage, and apparently House of Glory. I got to look into it. Maybe House of Glory. Saturday, Brunch with the Boys, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you can hear my voice right now, 11:30 a.m. Wake and bake, grab your McMuffins, and come to the stream. We will be live bright and early for us, and it's going to be a fun one. We will not be here Saturday night. I don't want to hear it. And then Sunday night, we are back for Double or Nothing. It's going to be a great show. We're looking forward to all the wrestling. Again, we are the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. We are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. So join us. Be a friend, tell a friend. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the Wrestling Utopia. We are one of the only places that you can come, pause, and share your opinion without getting blocked. As long as you keep the gloves up, keep it respectful, keep the hands above the waist. We welcome all opinions even if we don't agree with each other. So thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us tonight. And again, the nicest thing you could do for us is just share where you get your wrestling content right here at the Wrestling for Life Network. As we are back, the lights are out. This must be the House of Black. It is the House of Black. Woo! I should have took the drink after I did that. Caca! Oh, Blackbird. I got it. Please let Howdy worship MJF. I don't know how we're going to tie that together. Daniel. Did Will Ospreay won? Yes, he won. He won. No. Orange Cassidy and Ospreay lost their tag match tonight. So Malakai Black coming to the ring as he will take on Adam Copeland in a barbed wire steel cage match on Sunday. And I'm looking forward to it. I am. I think the two guys are pros, and I think the match will be okay. People can debate the build on this one all they want. I really don't give a fuck. It's the same old song and dance. But I think this match is going to possibly have the potential to be match of the night. 2 count. I like this very good. But yeah, so he's got Edge's wedding ring. If the Taz just literally said Malakai Black has the wedding ring, if that doesn't push you over the edge. Good job, Taz. Good job, Taz. I like the cut of his jib. Sneak attack from the dinosaur KJ. Yeah. Watch. Fireworks. Making a liar out of me. No fireworks for you. Christian has been doing the best work in AEW. Christian has been great. Now, his best work in AEW, I mean, Christian had some really good years. Even in TNA, Christian has had, like, Christian is a guy that deserves the Hall of Fame. Christian is a guy that got overlooked, a little bit overshadowed. Like, he kind of got treated like the Marty Jannetty of Edge and Christian. Christian's been outstanding. I'm a big fan of Christian. I think he's had a phenomenal career. Yeah, the father, Christian, the patriarch, it's been outstanding. For my money, I'm all in. But yes and no, because some of the stuff has been a little bit wobbly, right? And there's only like so much I can see fucking Nick Wayne's mom. I know I joke that, you know, she's a MILF and all that shit, but again, sometimes it takes away from it. But he's doing amazing work. You just have to put him in good situations. But right now, Kyle O'Reilly and Black are going one-on-one. I will put a poll up for this one, and let me know who you're taking, but I like this. I don't mind this match at all. Now, are we going to go 5 for 5? Are we going to go 5 for 5 in Aftermath? Now, being that nobody from House of Black is here, and Adam Copeland's not here, we're definitely going 5 for 5, guys. That Dutch Muay Thai background, I like it. I think I spelled O'Reilly wrong. Has TK ever addressed the Bucks attack? Has he healed? Was he injured? Smile mark. That is a phenomenal question. And this is where we get to the storytelling side of things. And this is why I accuse Tony Khan of his version of storytelling is a pop-up book, because something happens here, and then when you flip over the next page, we just skip all the plot and all the storytelling, and then the next thing happens. Tony Khan was in a neck brace at the NFL draft. One, why did you not get stretchered out of the building? That should have been in a given. Anybody with a half a fucking brain knows. We had a jobber on Raw get carted out because of Braun Breaker. Tony Khan should have got carted out if you wanted me to care. Have Shad Khan at the gurney, fucking with tears in his eyes. Oh, my boy, my boy. 2, he could not go to the show in Winnipeg. Remember, he was producing remotely. Okay, fine. So TK's not there tonight. The Bucks have taken over. But nothing happened the next Dynamite. And actually, the fact was, if you guys remember, the Bucks pulled up and took Tony Khan's parking spot. Well, why does Tony Khan have a parking spot in Winnipeg if he isn't going to be there? Or Edmonton. My bad. A week later, Edmonton. Help me understand that storytelling. And again, like they just said, they're getting like the commentators are getting text messages. The graphic guy is getting messages from Tony Khan of this is what I want you to do. Where I make this match official. Tell the world. Well, why can't you also text in, hey, can somebody stop the pricks? Can somebody get security to take those assholes out of the building? Nobody's referenced it. The Excalibur, Taz hasn't said. Tony Schiavone hasn't said. Oh, and our poor leader, our owner, our piggy bank is not here tonight. He's still recovering. You want to impress me? Give me a little TK in the hospital. Have the Buck show up with bedpans and hit him. Impress me. Blow me away. Give me something. Am I wrong? Danny, really looking forward to this one as well. Absolutely. Malakai Black for the win. Yeah, it has to. And this one can go a little bit more. I have a little more forgiveness with this one than Nick Wayne. A, because Malakai's not a champion, and B, Kyle O'Reilly's far more advanced than Nick Wayne. Kidnap. I think the build has been okay for Black and Copeland. It's been okay. I've noticed a lot of people are kind of not loving it, but again, it's a little bit of the scrambled eggs, but I don't mind it. Like Kyle O'Reilly befriends Copeland, so they beat up Kyle O'Reilly. I think it's been okay. I'm with you, Boston. I'm less critical of this one, and maybe because I like all the people involved. I like O'Reilly. I like Adam Copeland. I like Malakai Black and the House of Black. I think they're the most underutilized talent on this roster. Malakai Black for the win. But yeah, I agree with you, Boston. Side note, sorry, I got distracted there. Main event, most likely. Yeah. The main event tonight, A, because it plays into your biggest story going into the pay-per-view. Is Anarchy in the Arena going to be the main event, the actual final match of Double or Nothing? Now, me and Nick talked about this. It kind of might have to be. Because if you do Anarchy in the Arena and then follow it with another match, well, now the crowd just went crazy. There was chaos. There's a drop-off. They're in a pickle. So yeah, because they are treating the Young Bucks storyline like the most important storyline in AEW, another reason why the ratings keep going down. Yeah, tonight's main event will be Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, and Satnam Singh, who I think's had maybe one singles match ever on this show. I don't know. Could you have not ended Dynamite with the Swerve match and the Swerve angle? Your world champion chasing, and then like, come into the pay-per-view, you can't miss it. I don't know. Yeah, pause. AEW is good tonight, Robert says. Hasn't been bad, Robert. I good might be a little bit of a stretch for me. And again, little things. And again, some fans don't care what I think as far as, every single match ended the same way tonight. To me, that's bad television. It's boring. It's repetitive. For other fans, they just like, oh, more chaos. Oh, I'm punching my shit. More chaos. I love it. It's so good. But when I see it every fucking match, it loses its effect for me. It really does. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just an age thing. I don't know what to tell you. Kate. Popcorn. Kate's got all the popcorn. Let's go. Good to see Bendy. Vince's. Just seeing Black involved is amazing for your product. 100%, dude. And that's it. And then in singles matches, not just trios matches, not just tag team matches. Malakai Black getting in singles matches. The Malakai's, matches like this, guys like these guys are the ones that will boost ratings, will make people tune in. If you tell people that Malakai Black's going to be in a one-on-one match next week, people will tune in just to see that. And we're getting a "This is awesome" chant, which I think is a bit aggressive. He's being used well at the moment. I believe he's being used well because of Adam Copeland. I believe Adam Copeland has a big part of this. Okay, Adam, who do you want to work with? I want to work with that guy. I think that, and I can't be quoted. I'm not like some of the podcasters out there that act like they're in the room. I just feel like the writing's on the wall, I feel like Adam Copeland has that autonomy and that sway that in this company where Toni would say, "What do you want to do now? Give me Malakai Black." And I think it's showing. I think that's why Malakai looks good. Because without Adam Copeland, he was all but forgotten. Let me put you on timeout, Boston. I know you're joking, and I know you know Kate, but I'll put you on timeout anyway. Just because. AEW versus themselves. Exactly. They're killing themselves. O'Reilly's got Malakai in an ankle lock, by the way. How's the poll doing? 83% saying Malakai going to take the W. Maybe AEW is ending with Storm. Ooh, gee. And listen, it's the same thing where people online want Sasha and Willow to be the main event at Double or Nothing. That is bad. That is bad for business. That is bad for everyone involved. That is even bad for the women. And it's not because it's women. It's because it's a build and an angle and a story that none of us care. Like, there's not enough there to make that a main event of a pay-per-view. And Toni Storm being the main event tonight, also bad. You're going to see an absolute fucking drop-off if that is the main event tonight. You might see it anyway between Bryan and the Giant, but AEW's been okay tonight. Yeah, like I agree. I think Robert said it's been good. Again, pretty good. I'm a little nitpicky about some of the stuff, but overall, not boring. Obviously, my least favorite part of the show, Chris Jericho. Fuck that guy. I have nothing nice to say about him anymore. One day I'm going to bump into him in a Canadian airport and be like, "Oh, shit. Fuck you." Oh, my God. Down goes Kyle. Down goes Kyle. And everybody instantly looks up the ramp. 3, Malakai with the W. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, forgot what I was doing. No aftermath? No aftermath? Are we going to get out of this one without an aftermath? Oh, we're getting flickering. Oh, we're getting like Dark Edge. We're getting Dark Edge. We're getting Creepy Edge. Remember the one with the fire and the metal? Mind games from Cope. Like, see, they could have. Boston, my guy, where you said you liked the build and such. I think O'Reilly's gone. They should have. Bloodbath. We got a bloodbath. That's trippy for me because that's straight out of the WWE playbook. But I'll take it. We got a bloodbath. That counts as 5 for 5 for me. And we got Creepy Edge. Did they give him fangs? Or is this K9's always like that? See, correct me if I'm wrong. And this is a good thing, kind of, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. If they had kind of went this route a couple weeks ago and it escalated a little more, but we were getting like the mind games, it would have been a really cool build to the match. Now, great, we're getting it there, but yeah, we got a bloodbath. Let's go, Broodbath. Yeah, this is awesome. Really damn good. Yeah. Listen, full marks for me. But I think they should have. We should have, like, instead of some of the other stuff, like the jumpings. I think you could have pushed this not the bloodbath. You saved the bloodbath for this one. But yeah, we could have went like the mind games dark. That old like Undertaker kind of back and forth with like a mankind kind of idea. I am happy we're getting it. I give them full marks. I again can't find anything bad with this. Yeah, a bloodbath. But I feel like there was a little more meat on this bone that they could have dug into. They just went carry. They went full carry. Dun, 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 dun. What the fuck? Could we see Gangrel in AEW? We have seen Gangrel in AEW. He actually came out with Jeff and Matt once upon a time. So maybe. I don't know. Mosquito bites are a bitch. Holy shit. Totally went the Shining. Not the Shine. Jitter. Close. Oh, the hallway scene. Red room. Red room. Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Red rum. I said room. Cope doing spooky stuff. Yeah, see, I like this. Like, if Malakai and Copeland were going to continue after Double or Nothing, and it just escalates the creepy, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. The Brood. Christian's still kicking around. We could get a reunion. Christian loses to Swerve on Sunday, goes quiet for a couple weeks, shows up all fucking Vampiro. But we are on a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. I will remind you, we are still rolling. Almost 130 people hanging out with us in the chat tonight. Been a fun one. Not bad, not bad. As we are getting into main event territory, still 2 matches on the docket, and a lot more to figure out in the go-home show for Double or Nothing. Remember, we are here all week long. Tomorrow, we do our preview shows. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, we're back for Raw after King and the King. King. Wow, that's progressive. King and Queen of the Ring. We will be here for Monday, Tuesday, all through next week. We got more pay-per-views coming. We're building towards Money in the Bank and Heat Wave and Forbidden Door, and TNA's got some stuff coming up. Slammiversary's coming up. So the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there, we ask you kindly, share us with everybody. Give the gift of the Wrestling for Life Network. And we love bringing you these streams. We thank everybody for spending part of your week with us, and we are looking forward to all the action coming up. And like I said, this has been one of my favorite Dynamites of the year. It really has been okay. Like I said, I got nitpicky stuff. We're 5 for 5 in Aftermath. 5 for 5. We've had 5 matches. After every single match, there's been a fight. I can live with that to an extent. Like, I mean, I think they should talk to each other. Hey, can you guys have a brawl during your match? Or, hey, how about we don't even have the match? We just, we go to have the match and then the fight breaks out. We don't have it. Every single match has had something. And I think that's too repetitive. That's lazy booking. That's simplistic booking. Again, I know some of the younger audience is probably like, this is awesome. Everybody's fighting. It's just shitty storytelling. But there's been good shit here. As we are right now getting a preview for Anarchy in the Arena. The Brood is coming. Let's go. Holy shit, a bloodbath. Yeah. Currently, I'm at a 7. Interesting. Fun AEW tonight, says Eric. Ah, yes. Cope channeling Bray. Yes, Malakai run. I like it. I see. I like it. And I think with the quality of Adam Copeland and the quality of Malakai Black, I think this steel cage is going to be good. I really think it's going to be good. If they don't fuck it up and they don't overcomplicate it. I mean, I didn't like Adam Copeland versus Christian at Dynasty. I thought that match got sloppy. But I think this cage match is going to cook. As we're getting the graphic right now for Anarchy in the Arena. Malakai just got a blood and An enema. It came from that way. Not you got your body parts confused, sir. Unless the enema hit him, then that's a whole new problem. Yeah, Edge looks like his Judgment Day character. He does. I'm looking forward to that match more than I was. I will say that. How simple. Roderick Strong, Ospreay should be a killer match, by the way. I know I don't like the build, and I don't love Ospreay fighting for this belt. He is, the best in the world, and you're putting him in your mid card. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Trent and Orange Cassidy should be a decent match, should be entertaining. Both guys are really great wrestlers in ring. See, FTW title, pre-show, next week's Dynamite or Collision. It should not be on the pay-per-view. Jericho should not be on the pay-per-view. Meltzer's already given this triple threat 4 stars. He has it written in his book already. No matter what happens, it should not be happening. There is no way, shape, or form Jericho should be on the pay-per-view. And then you could do without this match. I like the fact that Moxley and Takeshita are going to wrestle, but an eliminator match on a pay-per-view bothers me. Toni Storm, Serena Deeb, 2 great female wrestlers. I think Toni Storm's outstanding. I think Serena Deeb's one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. And I mean, male or female. The build for it's been wonky and wobbly. And this whole Meltzer thing about heels and baby faces. Again, if Toni was just the kooky, lovable heel, baby face, and Serena was the technical, the warrior heel that just came back to fuck everybody up, great. This works. But because it's been like, I'm a heel, I'm a baby face, I'm a heel. No, I'm a heel. It's been a weird build, and they're spending more time fighting Outcasts than they are spending fighting each other. That's where they fucked this one up a little. And I do think that Toni Storm wins, but it should be an outstanding match. I'm actually getting excited for Double or Nothing. But here comes Mariah and Toni. Toni's still wearing the dojo flag. This could set up Adam Copeland heel turn. Yeah, but why? I mean, you could leave him babyface. Why would he's fighting a heel, so why would you heel turn him, Richard? DraftKings. What? What's up, Wrestling Fam? AJ, good to see you. I hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is my favorite part of the show so far. Now, did you say that during the bloodbath? Are you? Wow, that's bad timing, KJ. Or are you saying it during Toni Storm, Mariah May coming out? But here come the Outcasts, who have been pretty much as useless as could be. Oh, and now the brother gets to be like a valet. And he's doing his best fucking Ridge Holland impression. Saraya's younger brother. Oh, Muffin. If Jim Johnson created Brood theme, could AEW hire Jim Johnson to perform it live for Copeland? Brood theme at Double or Nothing. I'm not even a small town bird lawyer, Mark. I don't know. I highly doubt it. But the question would become who has the official rights to it. I imagine it would be the WWE. So that would be the issue there. But I'm sure they could get pretty close. But we got Saraya, we got Harley, we got Mariah, and we got Toni in a meaningless match with only 20 minutes left in the show, guys. That's interesting. So again, I think tonight's been a good Dynamite. It's funny because when they do better, like tonight's been a better show. To me it highlights a little more of like the little things they could change. Like, don't have this match tonight. Have a face-to-face between Deeb and Toni, or do a preview package, because maybe the promos aren't the greatest. And then go into Danielson, Satnam, Singh. I just think it's like, again, in every match having an aftermath is an issue. That's, to me, inexperienced writing. That's people that don't know how else to tell the story of, okay, and then they just fight. Like that's what every 10-year-old does when they write a wrestling angle, right? Like, okay, so after the match, then they all beat each other up. But overall, the show has been much improved. Again, I've argued that there's only been 3 decent to good Dynamites this year. So I will take anybody who wants to argue me on that, but there hasn't been many. But get your votes in. Who you taking? Who you taking? Kate still smells like goat. I will put you in the penalty box. You leave Kate alone. She's a nice lady. Saraya, hey, down boy. Comments, you're not wrong, but it makes it hard to get that female percentage up in the chat when you guys act like animals. Harley is hot. Yes, she is. The boys just come out like thirsty. Everybody go get a drink of water. Calm down. I'm just kidding. They're all gorgeous women. And to be honest, Toni Storm is an absolute stunner. If I had to pick. But I'll be 100% honest with everybody. I had the biggest crush on Saraya, like going back to my teenage years. The bakery is open. The dogs just come out barking. Bloodbath segment. Thank you, Damien. Why are we even having this match? Steve G, that's it. I'm with you. So this falls into the less is more category. This match becomes unnecessary. It becomes irrelevant. And when we're like, wow, this show's going really good. But if you would have taken out the Jericho shit, maybe this, now that show stays good. You don't have those dips in the interest, right? Quality over quantity. Saraya's down. I think Saraya's legitimately hurt, guys. Oh, wait, she pushed the ref. Maybe she's not. A Ridge wannabe. Look, he looks like one of the fucking brawling brutes. Oh, Saraya's good. She's doing some jumping jacks. There you go. There you go. No, but listen. So they did to Saraya what they've kind of done with Mercedes Moné. They brought her in. They gave her the mic. She was I'm going to change this division. And the fans turned on her. And she's been booked horribly. They booked her as a heel going into Wembley. She won. They brought all her family out as a heel. We had a heel celebration in a babyface position. Again, heel babyface matters. And Mariah, Saraya, not Mariah. Saraya has been pretty much relegated to Rampage and not even Collision, Rampage. Like we get a lot of Outcasts and Saraya and Ruby before she got knocked up, all on fucking Rampage. They have not. Again, Tony's just pissing money away. But when you have that much, fuck it. Use it to light your stogies. I don't give a shit. The boys are funny. Any ladies watching right now, every time a good-looking man shows up on screen, you break out the hose. Let's go. Harley does personality, at least. In-ring skills, she can improve. I haven't seen a lot of Harley in the ring. I think she's been okay, but you're 100%. She's really comfortable. She has a charisma. She has an attitude, a personality. I could be okay with her. And I mean, I followed her before she even got to AEW. I know Danny, right? And she sings. She does a whole bunch of shit. So there is a level of talent there. Holy cow, what did Tiffany Stratton do to all these blondes are starting to blend? Nothing wrong with blondes. There are females here. According to the analytics, about 10%, but y'all scare them off because you're creeps. Eric, Toni face now. Yeah, well, she's fighting a heel group, right? So this was the debate that Bryan Alvarez and Tuna Meltzer were having. It's been fucking embarrassing, and that's the problem with Toni Storm is The original movie star gimmick was a heel gimmick. The fans got behind it. They started liking it. But you brought in Deonna Purrazzo as a babyface, crushed her. You had Thunder Rosa show up as a babyface. But the problem is, like last week, Serena Deeb comes out and gives a babyface promo. When you start talking about I nearly died, I was having seizures, and the crowd's, okay, like very sad story. She almost lost her career. She could have lost her life. And it's nice to see her back, but a very babyface. So Toni Storm comes out, shits all over it, heel. Now this week, she's fighting heels. Last week, she was fighting heels. That's a lack of consistency, right? Like, again, going back to what I said earlier tonight, guys, any book you've ever read, every movie you ever watched, like there's a clear villain. Like even a fucking hero like Deadpool, who was a reluctant hero, a Wolverine, a reluctant hero. They have a target. They have a bad guy, a bigger villain to go after that forces them to do good. Here, you go like, you can't just be situationally heel or babyface. Wow. Okay, that was okay. Toni laying in the punches. Toni Storm's wicked. Big headbutt. But the flip floppy and the idiots like Meltzer and the people that listen to Meltzer and the people that jump on Twitter and shit, they're like, heels and baby faces don't matter anymore. Meh, 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 meh. It's fucking bullshit. Bullshit. And it's guys like Meltzer that are killing wrestling. But if you look around, even when we watch GCW, we watch independent wrestling, there's a clear babyface, there's a clear heel. A lot of times. Yes, it doesn't mean you can't have a heel versus heel match. I think Meltzer brought up like Bronson and Gable both being heel. Gable just turned. Again, when you have a tournament, two heels can face each other, or two baby faces, or sometimes you have a baby face main event or match, or you can have it. Those are your one-offs, those are your exceptions. But wow, okay. Sunset bomb on both sides. I don't know why both women are going for the pin, though. You only need one. You only need one. I had a few ladies on screen in Wrestling for Life lore. To purchase them, MDB. I know there's at least one. Well, Kate was here. Denisha was here. There she is. There you go. See? Don't be nice. You're right about Saraya. Toni K hasn't used right. No, and that's been the problem. Now everybody's making out, and Aubrey's just wet in the middle. That's not good. Oh, Spike Pile Driver, and it's over. Champion wins as she should. There you go, Cassidy. How you doing? Hope everyone's doing good. We're doing great. I think Britt quit with. Britt took that Toni money and opened up more dental schools. I don't fucking know. Boston, I'm not clicking on that one, but giddy up, buddy. Giddy up. What did Corey say? Serena Deeb lays out Luther. So you tell me who the heel in this situation seems to be. And listen to the crowd, dead. Because now the crowd's like, do we cheer for her? She almost died. But now she's acting like an asshole. No, boo. Boo. She got a shoe. Is it the shoe? Oh. 6 for 6. 6 for 6. And at least Serena Deeb is now being booed as she should be. If anybody knows anything about Serena Deeb, she's a heel. And she just used a heel. She proved her point. I'm a fucking heel. It's like my mother when she's angry, running around with a shoe. They're booing the fuck out of her. Perfect. There you go. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer. Guys watching WWE NXT women. That match sucked. The same guys watching AEW women look at the cakes and so on. That's bullshit at all. Look, Corey. Across the board. Anytime women show up on the screen, women are beautiful. Women are lovely, but try and be gentlemen. Chivalry should not be dead. I always recommend be a gentleman, hold doors, open car doors, be a nice guy, be a romantic. And that's not, again, there's no division based on if it's an NXT match, guys are dogs. If it's some fucking indie match, guys are dogs. It doesn't matter. Okay, now we just jump back to the Bullet Club. 6 for 6 in Aftermath, though. That's bad production. That's bad writing. Correction, KJ. While Magneto was a villain of the X-Men, he was right the whole time. Being right or wrong doesn't make you bad or good. Your actions are what make you bad or good. So even if Magneto was right, what he was doing was wrong. That's where people get messed up. It's in your action. It's not in what the philosophy is. Whether you agree with the philosophy or not of the bad guy or the good guy, it's all in the action and the behavior. If you're trying to destroy the world, even if you're in the right, it doesn't matter. You lose. You're the bad guy. You go down. At this point, Turner face. She should have been face the whole time. 100% should have been face. The fans were cheering for her, and every week it was like Swerve. Y'all remember when Swerve started getting hot? He's coming out with Nana, but he's with a heel group, and then he's going to going to fucking Adam Page's house and tormenting his children. But everybody was cheering for him because they like to swerve when they drive. Y'all remember that? Same thing. You gotta read the room. But here comes Daniel Bryan with about 9 minutes left on the clock. I have a feeling it's going to take the Giant about 9 minutes to walk to the fucking ring. Anybody? 89% of the people were correct about the winner of the match, by the way. So just in time for the pay-per-view, we get a heel turn, so that's good. FTR apparently are not here tonight. So I guarantee you Darby and FTR all show up tonight. There you go. So next poll is up. Let me know who you're taking, we don't know what the knee pads mean, but it's provocative. It gets the ladies going. Oh yeah. Yeah. Get your lady. Don't do it. Storm fighting like Drew McIntyre. Because the headbutt, the Glasgow kiss, the way schmutche. And here comes Singh, Jay Lethal. Jeff Jarrett, where's Keyshawn? Keyshawn, Christmas came early. Yeah, there'll probably be a couple minutes overrun. I agree. We all knew the Giants in AEW are made of cotton candy. I like it. The BFG coming out. Big fucking guy. We're going 7 for 7. Oh, 100%. This is why going 6 for 6, I would have, you bring everybody together. You look at what the plan is for the show, and then you start cutting some things out. Yeah, maybe early in the show, there's a couple like aftermaths, and then you go a couple moments without it. You find a creative way to not repeat yourself all fucking night. Again, folks, it's not that hard, but here we go. As Danielson is approximately nipple height. Pause, you heard me. It's BD birthday. Yeah, Jesus. Bryan Danielson for the win. I don't think we're going to get a win or a loss here. I don't know. The bad always outweighs the good. KJ screaming, it happens. He's a screamer. This episode is putting me to sleep. Fair enough. This episode's been better for me. I mean, again, it's a bit of a train wreck, and there are some things to do better, but it's been a more entertaining show than the last few weeks for me. I've really struggled with AEW over the last. I said this might be the 4th quality or good to great show of the year. It's one of my favorite AEW Dynamites of 2024. But I only have 3 other ones to base that off of. It's been a bad year for Dynamite. Singh versus Bryan. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know how we got here. The story is this, that the Bucks booked Singh Wow. They're going to break Bryan before he gets to Anarchy. A huge suplex. Oh, my God. But, yeah, the story is the Bucks booked this because Satnam was the most likely to put a beating on Bryan. There had to be some other maniac out there they could have used. It's naval height. Naval rain. Naval rain. KJ, 5-star match. Oh, 100%. Let's go. Hey. Sanjay, what the fuck? What just happened? Do you hear the crowd? You fucked up. Sanjay, did he just collapse the table? They were going to do a table spot, and the table said, haha, bye. Big knee to Singh. Keyshawn Watt. Unbroken. I'm not kicking that. There you go. There you go. My man. I'll give you a star for that, actually. We got a Jeff Jarrett spotting, my friend. All right. Flattened. Let's see how this poll's looking. 77% says Bryan. This is not a match, it's a hit. I mean, visually, they're not wrong, guys. The problem is the Giant has been booked like a complete fucking irrelevant mess since he's been here. So to make me think he's a badass tonight seems stupid. But they're ripping the ring apart. The ref is useless. Bryan kind of deserves this. I'll listen. Why do you think that, Mr. Golfer? Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Danielson to the balls. He punted the nuts. Crazy knee. Take the big man down. Oh, grabs him by the throat. Yeah, they fucked up the table spot. They broke the table before using it. AEW has had a habit of tables not breaking. So now they're gimmicking the tables to the point where they fall apart beforehand. Oh. Up goes Bryan. He's holding on. North-south elbows. Singh botch. Yeah, we knew Singh was going to botch. And that's it. Got him down so easy. He's trying to get him in the lapel lock. They brought a Kmart table. This match. Yeah, we knew that, though. That's why it didn't make sense. There had to be some other assassin out there, and they just jumped him. I called it. I fucking called it, people. They weren't going to let him take the L. 7 for 7. Every single match. Every fucking match tonight had a mess. Table wins by submission. Oh, Jarrett almost took out Lethal. Bryan takes out Lethal. Bryan takes out Jarrett. This is a mess. I would love to see Danielson and Gunther. That match would be perfect. We got a guitar. Lazy booking. Thank you, Mr. Cornette. But yeah, as Daniel's setting up. Oh, the Giant punches through. Now they got Danielson in the corner. They hit him with the broken guitar. Now the bell goes. We've had 7 jump. And now the bell goes. Ermin. Eamon. I gave you an R. I don't know why. But here come the Bucks doing a full entrance, like tunnel entrance, as we are officially at the end. We are officially moving into the overrun, guys, as they are bringing money because apparently Toni doesn't pay these guys enough. That's one thing they've done way too many times on this show in 5 years is this whole like bribing each other. Remember when Andrade was trying to and Roosh were trying to buy fucking wrestlers? Table feared for its life, just caved. I think we should just rejoice for I'll be honest, man. That gets bonus marks for me in my book. Now Lethal. Jeff Jarrett's crew is leaving. They got their money, and we're down to just the Bucks. Why would the Elite not all come out as a show of strength going into Anarchy in the Arena? Why would not all 4 members be there? Let me know if I'm being too picky here. Lazy booking. Danielson dodges the BTE trigger or the EVP trigger. I hate it. It's such a shit move. Yes, kicks. Here comes the rain. See, it doesn't make sense. Now the Rainmaker's coming. Why wouldn't you keep Jeff Jarrett and why wouldn't you take the number advantage? Jack Perry jumps him. Everybody should have came out together, guys. That's just because now you're just wasting our time. It's silly. Do you guys ever be with your boys and be like, okay, I'm going to go out in the parking lot first. And then once I start getting beat up, y'all come out and join me. And fuck that. Let's go. We're all going together. Mox was already here earlier, Larry. He's not coming back. I expect Darby and FTR to show up. I'll be shocked if they don't. Why Bryan doesn't just run away. Run away, because he's a warrior. The good guys don't run away. Now, back to Dave Meltzer's thing, that the heels and the babyface don't matter. There's clear heel babyface here, Mr. Meltzer. Clearly. Does this mean Danielson won't make it to Anarchy in the Arena? That's another question. If they go through with this, and here they come, FTR is here. Predictable. It's Darby. Darby's got a gun. It's with Toni. Tony Khan dropped off Darby. Darby's got a gun. What the fuck? Tony Khan dropped off Darby. Tony Khan's been around the whole night. Darby's got a flamethrower. I quit. Holy shit. I can't do this. Darby's got a flamethrower. The fuck? Where's Batman? Buck through a table. But no FTR. But we got Toni. What the fuck? Oh, man. What the fuck did we do? They fucked it. Oh, my God. Tony Khan, who owns the company and runs the show, was down the road the whole night? Down the road the whole night? And if you were going to use a flamethrower, why now? Why not on Sunday? Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch. is the Spaceball flamethrower. And Jackson, I think, is actually bleeding, guys. Maybe he got a few scrapes. He'll be fine. Pussy. Flamethrower. The one buck is it's down on the ground in the table, and the other ones are just like, he's fucked. The guy's got a flamethrower. I give up. Listen, I know there's going to be people going nuts about how cool that is, and oh my God, and yeah, we call them kids, but Darby has a gun. You have to lose points for the way that fucking ended. I'm sorry. I heard CM Punk chants. Yeah, you will. Darby thinks he's Cash Wheeler. They were chanting CM Punk. Again, CM Punk's one of the most over people in all of wrestling and in two companies at the same time. I need to catch my breath. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of AEW Dynamite tonight. I'm curious what your ratings are. Tonight, for me, was everything that's good and bad with AEW all in one night. Tonight wasn't a bad show, but there was definitely things that should not have been on this show. The ending was dragging, yeah, because again, you get these you get these ideas in your head, and we've all been there. Like if you've ever been like chilling with your boys or your girls, and you're having a good time, and somebody gets like a wonky idea, and you just run with it because you think it's going to be really cool until you do it, and then you're like, oh fuck, that was terrible. Again, the show was very indicative of, and maybe you know what, maybe if you're under the age of 30, you thought that show was amazing. I would love to know if you were over 30, if you have the same issues I have of like, I can't take this serious. A flamethrower just showed up. A flamethrower. They were chanting CM Punk, yes they were. Oh yeah, yeah. You heard, I mean, the crowd was even going nuts. Like, oh my God, he's got fire! Fire! This is really bad. It was fucked. Darby used a flamethrower to climb Everest. What a cheater. Oh, too bad he didn't have the flamethrower when the bus was coming down the road. The worst wrestling show on television, Philip. Some weeks it really is. It really is. This is so bad, Toni. Where is all my, like, usually we get like, you know, the guys that show up in the chat, like when WWE's doing something good and they show up just to shit on it on behalf of AEW. Do you ever notice that they're not really in the chat when AEW's on? Like they don't show up here to be like, this is awesome. Where are they now? Where are the reels of the world to defend the fucking, you know, the flamethrower spot? Holy fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a rating out of 10 every single night. I'm going to go through the chat. Give me your post AEW Dynamite thoughts. How did you feel about the show? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was good? What was bad? I think some of it's obvious, but we are going to go through all of the comments, or as many as I can, and then I'll tap out and say goodbye. We still have over 120 people, so don't go anywhere. We're going to keep talking because there's a lot to unpack here. I will say this. I'm excited for Double or Nothing. When we were running through the card, there's some stuff there. And I think it might have been Boston earlier tonight that said, the build's been okay. And I kind of foo-fooed it a little. I'm kind of rolling back a little bit where I'm like, okay, there's some stuff. Now there's other stuff. And oddly enough, the worst shit of the build, like the worst shit that we got tonight are the key people. Jericho, the Bucks. Like, it's those people. If we can get them off the show and put other people in there, the show might improve. Interesting. Darby stole the flamethrower from The Rock. Oh, fuck yeah. I still can't get over Tony Khan dropping him off and fist bumping him. No neck brace. So Tony Khan is in town, is in Bakersfield, and was texting Excalibur and Tony Schiavone from where? The hotel? Why wasn't he there? I don't get it. I don't get it. The worst, I got that one. We haven't seen a flamethrower since Dwayne. There you go. I didn't even think of that till y'all reminded me. That's hilarious. Darby clearly loves using a flamethrower, but not at people. I mean, who wouldn't love to use a flamethrower? I mean, I get excited if you get a lighter and a can of hairspray. It's fucking awesome. But let's be fucking real. No Claudio. We did get Moxley. Moxley came out earlier. Oh, to save Danielson. So again, you're right. And this is where I said there's the bad and the good. And the good, again, it's lazy booking and it's hot shotting. People will ignore the bad booking decisions on the show, and you know what they're going to talk about tonight? The flamethrower, the bloodbath, probably some cake. Those moments is what people are going to talk about. They're not going to talk about, well, wait, every single 7 for 7 on aftermaths to every match tonight. That's an issue. That's a bad issue. That's lazy booking. That's immature booking and writing. It's lazy. It's lazy. Well, how do we make people excited about this? I just make them fight. And even at the end, it was so convoluted. You pay the bad guys, and then everybody stays there, especially if Darby's showing up with a flamethrower. Have 9 people run away, not 4. Have everybody present. Like, oh, thanks for our money. Bye. And then you don't have the heel faction come out in waves. Like, oh, here's 1, here's 2, one little, like, what are we doing? You bring everyone out together. Little details. That's nitpicky stuff, guys. But those are the little details that stop the show from being better, consistent, concise. It's a lack of good storytelling. Got that one. This is really bad. Listen, the flamethrower thing is you're either going to love it or you're going to fucking hate it. There is no in between. I think I don't care for it. I really don't. It blows my mind. So Serena was booked as a babyface from the start. Facts. The crowd didn't care. Facts. And now she just literally went heel. So she literally had a heel in her hand and used it. So that's the thing. Even with the booking, like Daniel Bryan is in the BCC. Even earlier in the night. Who do we have with Will Ospreay is in the family, is in the Don Callis family. These guys both took a beating tonight, and nobody from their factions helped them. Where's Cesaro? Where John Moxley? We know John Moxley's in the building. That's where you have to be careful when you're putting these stories together. Even the lead up, you have to find ways to separate your situations, because now it doesn't make sense. Like nobody was running out there. And then we had, like I said, we had seven aftermaths to every match, poured into, after the match. The last one was the only one they rang the bell, and they did it for like a few times. That was it. But no security, again, you're losing the realism. And for simplistic fans, they're like, this is awesome, carnage and chaos. Again, I don't mean this in a mean way or a degrading way to anybody, but as an adult, I can't have my intelligence insulted and still enjoy the product. Though tonight was like a car wreck. It was enjoyable, not like to watch, which is terrible to say out loud. But you're right, Richard. Lack of consistency. 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 says Larry. Fair enough. A little high for my taste. I know someone who will definitely be going nuts over this. Roasted nuts on an open fire. They were chanting CM Punk. Absolutely 7.5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. The ending is dragging. Got that one. We gave them extra points for Jeff Jarrett, and they ruined it. Exactly. We fucking all right, we'll give them some extra love. We were positive about Copeland. We were positive about stuff that happened tonight. And they can't help but Punk said it best. They just continually step on their own dicks. That's it. It's facts. Tony Khan lift the ban on Darby. Again, you know what? We could be here all night with this. But you ban him from the arena. You tell all security he can't come in. Tony didn't say, hey, let him in. He just opened the door and ran in. Where was all that security stopping him? There should have been a crew of security, and then he does the fucking blowtorch, and everybody scatters, and then he runs in the building. Right? Or Tony Khan's in Gorilla, and security's trying to prevent Darby, and Tony goes over and says, everybody move. Or Tony walks in the door and says, everybody move. Right? you're again, it's you're taking shortcuts. You're lazy booking. That's the easiest way to put it, guys. I could ramble all fucking night. 8 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Let's see the dichotomy there. Robert said 8. It's definitely not an 8. Cassidy says 8. I can't give it an 8. I would love to give it an 8. There's just way too many flaws. But it wasn't a bad one. It was, like I said, it's one of the best 4 shows they've done this year. For better or for worse. For my money, that is one of their better shows of 2024. 7 out of 10 says Joe. 7 out of 10. The bloodbath and the flamethrower made my night. See, some fans are going to love it. Somewhere Conrad is going crazy when he'll talk about it. Oh my God. I can't. Yeah. Cornette, Bischoff, Dutch, Nash, all these people that are accused of being paid, like WWE just paying everybody to have a bad opinion. This show is going to take a beating. A fucking beating. Perfect summary of the show tonight. Who wrote this shit? Bradley. That was it. In the famous words, whoever that fan was that yelled it out, I still think it might have been Tony Schiavone, but whoever yelled out, who wrote this shit? 6 out of 10. I like that score. I might go 6 might be where I stop. I don't know. 6.5. I don't know. On a serious note, KJ, on Earth, do you not put the No, KJ, how on earth do you not put the title on Jack Perry and have Swerve chase him? Jack Perry is the only heel. Oh, I don't know. Oh, JV, I don't know if Jack Perry can have the belt. I don't know if I can go there with you, homie. I understand why Swerve's the champion, but Swerve's completely overshadowed by this. Like, Swerve had a segment that he ran out in the parking lot and beat up Christian, and nobody's talking about it. Your champion is secondary. He is buried. He is an afterthought. I feel bad for him, but was a great show until the end. Yeah, it was a good show. Like, I mean, parts of it were good. Yeah, it wasn't a bad show. The ending was too long, but they should have had ended the show with Darby walking out with the flamethrower. No, the flames. I can't. No. Like, Tony Khan not only wrote that idea, but he visually condoned one of his wrestlers running after his EV. Now, I know the EVPs fucked him up, but you run the company and you condoned one of your wrestlers using a fucking flamethrower. That's fucked. Who wants to bet Double or Nothing is better than King of the Ring? I'll take that bet. Puff Dutch. It will be very interesting. And here's where, and I talked about this earlier, quality over quantity. My fear is that Double or Nothing, their good stuff's going to be amazing as it always is, but you slid in a Jericho match. You slid in other shit that's going to hurt the show. Even Anarchy in the Arena, I think, might hurt the show at the end of the day. If they're already teasing a blowtorch, a fucking flamethrower, I don't know why I keep calling it a blowtorch, but it's a giant blowtorch. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm curious. This one's a tough one to call. I'll give you that, Puff. But I think there's a lot. Like, I think the finals of the King and Queen are going to be good. I think Logan Paul and Cody are going to over deliver. Double or Nothing's going to have really good shit and really bad shit. So we'll see how the averages work out. 3 out of 10. Tomorrow with Nick and Ant. Tomorrow going to be epic. Tomorrow's going to be fun. We're definitely going to talk about this tomorrow night. I can already hear Nick. He'll surprise us and be like, it was cool as shit. But I highly doubt that. But tomorrow will be a fun one. 5 minutes overrun just to drag the last shot by 3 minutes. Yeah, you could have probably got off right at time and left it at the beatdown. 5.5, 2.7, 5 out of 10 knee pads. I'm 23 and I thought the show was just nothing special. Thank you, Real. I like when people tell me some of the age things because I'm really curious if it's like, sometimes I worry because I'm like, I'm 40, y'all 20. Like, is it just a young people thing that they're like, this is amazing and they're blown away by it? And I'm the old guy that's like, I don't know. 9 out of 10. Team Jarrett. Yeah, Keyshawn, you're allowed to give that. I'm shocked. Oh, the Bucks ruined it. So they were that close to 10 out of 10. All right. Cassidy, 46. I'm guessing your age, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I'm just really curious with that dynamic, that dichotomy of, is it an age thing? Is it a generational thing? Like the younger generation just likes the carnage and chaos, but I don't know. Who believes Toni has a driver's license? I'm pretty sure when you're that rich, you don't need one. You just drive, and if you get pulled over, you're like, throw some money at you. I cannot take AEW. Again, you're either going to love it or hate it. There's no real happy ground here, or middle ground. 10.5 out of 10. Mr. Golfer. Yeah, you're I think you're putting from the rough on that one. KJ, don't dwell on it too much. I can't. I got to go home. 7 stars in the Tokyo Dome for that. Flamethrower. Facts. I want to hear Alvarez and Meltzer talk about the flamethrower. 8 out of 10 says Robert. Swerve, Edge, and Malakai were the highlights. Everything else was meh. Fair enough. I give it a 10. Guys, you can't conceivably say that was a perfect show. You can't. Only because they had a beautiful blonde She-Hulk, Nick Wayne. She-Hulk, Nick Wayne's mom. All right, I'll forgive you, Tony. I like it. You mean real? Real. I mean, you are right. Take that shit seriously. Puff, I'm 36 and I prefer this to Raw this week. I liked Raw this week. I gave Raw a good mark. Yeah, fair enough. I appreciate you giving me your age. That's cool. And again, different strokes for different folks. I could see why. To me, it went a little too far one way. And I do have an issue with every single match having a run in. I do have an issue with some of the lazy booking, but they were much closer this week. This show was excellent. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, well, you're on cloud 9. We'll leave you alone. AEW Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, we had Christian steal a car. We had Nana cut him off. We had a fight on a car. We had a car pull up where the other 2 cars were all gone. A flamethrower. Yeah, GTA style. Where are they though? Where are they at though? They were who? Where they? What? KJ trolls live under bridges, and I take over swamps. Larry, I like that. 5. Ending sucked, but was entertaining. I couldn't stop laughing. Y'all seen my reaction. Y'all seen what I do. I couldn't even be mad at it. It's just so ridiculous. Like, fuck. There's no defending that circus. I'm good with the flamethrower, but him just flaming the sky just looks dorky. Well, what was he gonna do? Like come in and set people on fire? It's a tough one. 6.5. I think I'm with you, Kyle. 6.5, 7 maybe on a generous night. Maybe I just had fun, so much fun with you guys. But I am gonna say last call for the chat because you guys all are crazy. But yeah, I will say goodnight in a second. I'm gonna click on some of these. I'm 45. I love the chaos and disorder, but that shit was just dumb. There you go. I just feel like I don't want my intelligence insulted. And I want, like, what I love about wrestling as a wrestling fan is being able to, to have that disbelief, stretch my disbelief. And okay, that could happen. Like a guy through a table and a big rivalry and blood. I get it. Guys, you watch us watch death matches. We're not squeamish. We're not trying to get like PG wrestling here. But when you go a little too far and it becomes Tim Burton's Batman live in front of me, I start struggling. I'm 10 years old. I was born on a leap day, and I enjoyed the Wrestling for Life stream. There you go. I wonder how true that is. I am 51. I got everyone's age now. Like, this is hilarious. I'm gonna start making a requirement of like, if you're gonna come in and have an opinion, you gotta tell me how old you are. AEW killed Swerve's push entirely. They really did flatten it out. I hope they can bounce it back. It was literally seconds from the time that Darby had TK the fist bump until it was on the ramp. 100%. Maybe Bischoff. I don't know. 6 out of 10. 6. Yeah, I'm going 6.5. I'll give him a bonus mark because Keyshawn's so happy about Jeff Jarrett. And even that might be generous. And I mean, I still think Raw overall was a better show. Again, it's just the little things, but I was not entertained tonight. That table deserves better. That table quit. The table knew there was a fucking flamethrower coming. It said, fuck it, I'm out. That table wanted nothing to do with the match. None. Fuck this shit, right? KJ is low-key on point with his evaluation of AEW tonight. MDB. I try and be on point, my guy. Not always, but I appreciate the compliment. I'll take it. But don't say it like you're surprised, my guy. KJ, that table spot just said everything about right. Like fuck. Yeah, no kidding. Remind me of Leo once upon a time in Hollywood. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. All right, Serena Deeb looks like she would let me call her mommy. Not let you, make you. That's the thing. She'd make you. And that heel she hit Toni with might end up somewhere you don't want it. Better, consistent, concise. Be real. BCC. Facts. Take it all. That's it. That's all I want. And again, I'm not saying you can't have chaos and some fun stuff. I'm all for it. But again, 120-pound dude with a flamethrower, you kind of lose me a little. 6.8. That was fucked. I can't believe that just happened. 2 months, 29 years old. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tap out. I remind everybody, we are here tomorrow. Live reaction of the Uncle Howdy Twitch, whatever that is, the newest teaser. We will be live for our preview show for Double or Nothing. Our preview show. I'm like all scrambled now. Our preview show for Double or Nothing. Our preview show for King and Queen of the Ring. And again, Howdy will be live on Twitch. We will be here live reacting, myself, Anthony, and Nick. I'm sure we're going to talk some about what happened tonight. And we are getting ready for a busy weekend on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this hump day. We are back tomorrow, Friday Junior. The weekend is upon us. A long weekend in the US of A. But I appreciate every single one of you, even the ones that have already left. What a fun night. Thank you for keeping me company. And be a friend, tell a friend. Click all the buttons. Go check us out on social. All the fun stuff. I'm exhausted. That took a lot out of me. There was a fucking flamethrower. But with all that being said, our shit is real. You know all the stuff that Nick says. And I misfired. I went off prematurely. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Have a good night. Holy shit. What is happening?